Hi, everyone. Hey, welcome back to Themis and Thought. Grab your coffee, water, tea, whatever you're doing, go and get that. We're coming live to you from an iPad. I hope everyone is doing well. We're with the crew. These are your moderator. How's everyone? By the way, we just came back from brunch, so it's
So good.
good. We're probably, some of us might be tipsy. Um, drop a one. Drop a one if you can hear us well. Um, oh, that's Nat. Can you guys hear us?
I see one.
Oh, okay, perfect. Wait, can we try talking and see if we can?
Can you hear me?
How now, brown cow?
Yeah, sound great.
Yay.
All right.
Because we just got one
Not the
microphone.
iPad doing better than the studio.
because ain't nobody playing no games. We just got the one microphone. Oh.
How are you all? How are you all? They said loud and clear. We miss you. I wish you all were here and we were in this house together, just like watching TV. One day we'll buy a neighborhood.
Cool.
How's everyone's Sunday? I don't know where I'm going this Sunday, but how is everyone's Sunday? Drop what y'all are doing. The uppity mic.
What did she say?
Chica.
What did she say?
Chica.
So
What did she say?
I just said the other
Oh,
didn't like y'all last time.
the we hadn't gotten to some of the topics from last night, not last night, Friday night, and so I know that a lot of you all reached out and said, "Where are those?" You felt bamboozled, hoodwinked, or whatever. So I wanted us to come back and discuss some of the things that we didn't get to discuss on Friday. So we're back now to do that. Hopefully, you guys can enjoy this. How do y'all feel? I'm excited
I'm
to be.
excited.
Yeah.
Happy.
Think-
Yeah.
I think we should do a quick introduction. Somebody said they only recognize two of you lovely
Oh.
ladies. So we're going to start here. Introduction.
Hi, well, I'm Themis.
I'm vitamin / slow up single mom.
I'm Wake Up Makeup Slay.
Yay.
Mostly on TikTok.
I'm Alicia Bernice,
The artist.
the artist.
Aw.
The artist.
The artist. Yeah. And I'm Jamal, the beneficial blurred, if you're looking for me on YouTube.
And Nak is here, but she's not going to be on camera. She is
She's
doing
gonna go
things
compete.
out there. Nak is here.
She's the cutest.
Yeah.
And Wells was here, but she's no longer here with us. So we are all here. Hey, Discord. All right, let's get into these topics. All right. So the first thing, I know we've been drinking. So the first thing I want us to talk about is Cam Newton and Jasmine. Cam sort of owned that he cheats on Jasmine. I think we all knew that. I think Jasmine might have been the only one who didn't know, but apparently she knew. And I want us to play the clip and then we'll react to it. Let it play and then we'll react to it.
You are not finna tell me you up here with one person. It's not finna happen.
No. See, you're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that.
But
I got
hear me.
respect for you.
No, here.
But you didn't answer that for a reason.
No. Understand this.
You didn't answer for a reason.
I'm gonna answer mine, and then I want you to answer mine too.
I will answer it, brother, and I promise you I won't bull with you.
Okay. How long you talking about?
What you mean?
One person.
What do you mean how long I'm talking about?
As long as I've been with Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with.
I don't know your situation.
But I'm getting personal.
Right. I don't know your situation.
Since you want to take it there. And this is the thing that has.
Do you feel like I'm being disrespectful?
No.
Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So, wait. First reaction. Wake up. You're the one. You.
You know, he gets on my nerves. I I want to say I feel bad for Jasmine, but if Jasmine knows, what are you gonna do? She's what Erica De Niro likes to say. Why would you let some man stick his in somebody else's and then come home and do the same thing to you? As completely unacceptable. She's living in the house, taking care of children that are not biologically hers, and she's about to have a baby or have the baby or whatever.
Before we get to sort of Jasmine's response, which she responded, I wanted to pose a question because I think there is a conversation about cheating online, and I don't see this at all as cheating. But I do see like a power imbalance. And when you have these kinds of relationship with power imbalances, whether or not someone is being taken advantage of, because again Jasmine says she knows, but would she, if she felt equal, because she said when a rich n would put a pressure on you, you do things that you wouldn't want to do, so she doesn't feel like his equal. If it was someone she felt equal to, do you think that she would stand up more for herself and have more of a say, or do you think she just thinks men should cheat or men should have other
I would hope that she would stand up for herself, but the reality is, based on what you're saying and what her situation is, she wanted a rich man. These are his um what rules, I guess, of engagement. You're gonna deal with me, you're gonna live in my house, you're gonna help me with my kids. I'll give you shelter, I guess.
Yeah, for shelter.
A little bit of money. I don't
I give you shelter as master.
I mean, really, that's what's happening. She's not even a sister wife. She is alone in this while he goes and does whatever he wants to do.
Is that what women do generally?
No, I personally know. Not we're getting. We are starting to move away from that, and I know that there are some subset of women who will. My grandmother stayed because she couldn't leave. My mom left. um, and I know that I have the power to do whatever I need to do at any time without relying on anybody. And I set myself up for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's going to happen. Regardless of cheating, your husband can die, can get sick, can just leave.
But necessity being one thing, right? Like, oh, I need shelter. That's different than I want or think I need a man, right? And so the sacrifices, like what are the sacrifices women are willing to make in order to keep a man? Because in the way that you articulated, I am sure, though I don't know her finances, I'm sure Jasmine can afford her own life.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But I think she was looking to be elevated. To me, when you start to get into those situations, or if you're looking for that particular type of man, you are looking for some type of elevation. That's the only reason the only reasonable reason I could see that happening. You're trying to find a way to have another, sometimes line of business of your own, or have them invest in something or whatever. You're going to deal with a certain amount of niggatry. I don't know what else to call it.
Oh,
Wait, before we can, well, let me ask. In the initial answering of the question, Dusty One asked Cam, no,
Yep.
ask have you, what, have you cheated essentially? Have you been sleeping with people? He said, how long are we talking, right? And is that a sort of, is there a place for that kind of conversation about familiarity, repetitiveness, and then feeling bored and wanting to leave your relationship for something new? Is there something that we are accepting as sort of normal? Because I've been hearing people say monogamy is not natural.
Who's we?
I've heard people. I didn't say we. That is not my psychology. I'm too possessive and no.
Same.
Oh, you looking at me?
I think that's just a way for them to find an excuse to do whatever they want to do and follow
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excuse.
Yeah. I also think like when we're talking about polyamory, right? Like that's a consensual, like everybody benefits situation. Cheating is not the same, or accepting someone's cheating is not the same as, in my mind, like, it's the same as like, oh, we're adults, we're consenting to seeing other people. It's more like this person gets to go out their relationship when they get bored. Meanwhile, I'm here, anchored, and I can't go out because if I do go out, then this person will leave me because I don't think that he would let her do the same thing. But I do think that I don't know if we're becoming more accepting of it or if more people are being more outspoken about their belief of it. Because I mean, I don't know that anything much has changed from the past. I think the same stuff was happening, just nobody was online like talking about it. But I do think, if we're being honest, a lot of women are raised to already accept trash from men and like, oh, this is like par for the course. You know what I mean? Like, oh, a man's gonna cheat on you, and so, I don't know.
No, I, please, ladies first.
I think it's like a pseudo empowerment type of thing. Of like, oh well, it's not. I can't be hurt by it because I accept it. I know it. I'm actually in on it. So like, it can't hurt me. This is just our setup.
I think she's working harder than if she were to just support herself.
No, yeah, but that investment in that belief, number one, that you're supposed to have a spouse, or that investment in the belief that you should have a spouse as a woman, which I fell prey to at one point, like, and blew my whole life up because I had everything going on. I was on a really good trajectory by myself, but I still had that belief of, okay, I've got all these things, and now to complete the picture, I need a man. And so I think a lot of concessions are being made, and because there's so much more information about what's actually going on, we can't really go back to that place where we like pretend it's not that. Side chicks and mistresses don't want to stay in the back anymore. So it's kind of like you gotta be like, okay, we have an arrangement.
Right.
It's all right, just to be able to stay in the relationship.
Not looking for production credits as a side chick. That's intense. That's intense. But no, I think even what you were saying, Wake Up, about the monogamy thing and how it's just an excuse. It's just really sad and it's disappointing, particularly from a man to typically other men who are saying this, like, oh yeah, I can't do it. No, I can't. Like, it's so like you dehumanize yourself thinking that way. That like, oh, this is just my animalistic nature.
It's the
Like,
dog in me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, like
We just saw a bunch of cues.
yeah. And no offense to the cues, but like, yeah, like it's just like, oh, it's just is what it is. Like I can't help it. It's just part of my. But in that accepting of this nature is like, oh, you're just an animal. You're just a brute beast. There's nothing else to you. So you're just going to be followed by your animalistic nature in everything you do. So why should anybody have any respect for you? Why should anybody treat you any way?
Yeah.
Like
And
everybody.
why would anybody want to be in a relationship with you
Right.
if that's the only thing
Right.
you are good for?
Yeah.
Like,
And not only you, they have to respect you. They have to treat you like this king and this.
Right.
You have to be their intellectual, mental better.
Yeah.
The going back to something that you just said, Alicia, you said it can be poly, but this is not what that is. Poly requires consent. When does consent becomes a lot more confusing in certain kinds of relationship with a power imbalance? Because it's one thing to say, I know he's cheating. It's another to say, I accept that he's sleeping with other people and I am not going to do it because of the relationship that we're in. Is that consent? And when is that not consent? I'm asking you a very hard question.
Yeah. I don't believe that in my opinion, Jasmine is consenting. Honestly, when I saw her response, I honestly thought like, oh, she's just saying this so that she doesn't look like she's been blindsided, or she doesn't look weak, or she does like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's her own like PR. So I didn't believe it when she said it. But I guess, in my opinion, when you're talking about power and balance, right? Like that's I guess like assuming consent is like assuming like we both had equal something in this. And it really does seem like he does have most of the power. And like beyond, I don't know.
But
Beyond that, if we're assuming that that statement is true,
I'm going to push a little bit
sure.
here. I don't think any relationship in terms of power dynamic is equal. And I think you picked that up, which why you say equal something. What is that something? Because I don't actually know either. When are we saying, because I want to look at everyone as agentic beings and that they can make their own decisions, but there are structures and social norms, mores, whatever, that reflect back to you some kind of standard for operation. And in certain relationships, I don't know that women are making the choices to assert themselves and demand respect in certain kinds of ways. Jasmine Brown. When is it consent and when is it something else? Cheating.
For me, cheating is stepping outside of the boundary, whatever that boundary is, between one or more people. Like, even though like we have boundaries together, I have a boundary myself, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like if you step outside of this boundary and you agree to keep this boundary, like because that.
But
It's-
well, that is the easy answer. The harder
Okay.
answer is when you're creating the boundary.
Oh, yeah.
When you've agreed to having that person go out and cheat, before you say you can go and sleep with other people, there's a power imbalance. When is that power imbalance fine for the decision you're making? So like, I can say she knows, she said she's okay with it, it's fine.
Yeah.
When are we as a society able to do that?
Is it when as a society or
Like because when I look at Jasmine, I'm thinking, oh, you're just letting him cheat because you want to be with him, power, all of that,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, we can't change your opinion, change your mind, tell you to do what we want you to do. However, we can still critique it and consider whether or not women have power in the situation, and whether or not they're agreeing or consenting to an open on one end kind of relationship. Because it doesn't feel like she's consenting, and I think that's what we're getting at. And the question is why? The power imbalance. Okay, fine. If we take that power imbalance and peel it back, when is there not power imbalance? Never.
Right.
So when are we okay with a power imbalance when decisions are being made like this?
Well, I think, and somebody said it in the chat, that it's like we're infantilizing her because, oh, let me speak louder. Because there is this understanding that she's coming into the situation knowing that, like, this was discussed, right? So it's like she made trade offs. She said, hey, I want this rich man and access to his resources. I want the status of being associated with him in this way. You know, I want whatever perceived security I think I'm getting by being tied to him in this way. So it's major consent. It's just like I don't think, and you never really can know except for in 2020 hindsight, she understood or really could reckon with the effect that that choice and that consent to that thing in that way would have on her down the line. Like, it's one thing to say, okay, I think I like this, to weigh your pros and cons and be like, okay, he's paying my bills. I don't have to work. I just gotta watch a bunch of kids and feed everybody and let me not say that, and be sexual in ways that I don't necessarily want to be sexual, but I'm willing to make that trade off because I don't have to work. And but then you get in it and you're like, oh, this is not what I thought. You know, the toll on me is more than I thought it would be.
Do you think that she knew that this was a lifestyle that she was signing up for, like him exploring other options with other people?
I think that she knew who he was, but didn't know how she would be in that situation. I don't think anybody can really know how you're gonna feel or
Yeah.
react until you are in it. But you can't tell me she didn't know who he was,
Okay.
considering how many baby mamas he has, never been married, never settled. You know what I'm saying?
And she gives me the impression that she thought she was going to be so exceptional in
Girl,
this role.
Look, everybody,
That he
yes,
wasn't going to
yes.
want to do that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm submissive and I do everything for him,
Yeah.
and I'm just so attuned to him. I have to rub his back till he falls asleep. You know, so she was thinking that he was gonna go, oh, you are the pinnacle. I can't do any better than you. It's you.
All right. I mean, I think there is a lot of engage with here, but pushing it forward before we get to her response, there's also an added element of shame. It feels like he gets off on sort of like shaming her because why is this a part of the conversation? And I'm not saying why do you have to be honest, because we want more people to be honest, but the way in which it was framed, you could have declined to answer the question, you could have declined to engage with your private life. But instead, or you could have talked about in the past that you've cheated, right? Like it didn't have to be putting her out there in this way after she's sort of been online literally fighting for you, talking about how great you are. She loves to submit. She does all the things. But then you're shaming her. She's now having to defend herself. We'll get to her response. And it seems that she might want more, like maybe a ring or being married or, but if you, this is the catch-22. Giving them all of that, people, it doesn't feel like if he is logical at all, he's not gonna marry you. Like there's no reason. Like I mean, and marriage shouldn't be used as a negotiating tool in this way. But like, why? Like I don't understand why. Why would he marry? Like why would he marry you?
He's not. He's not going to. He doesn't have to. He's getting everything he wants.
If he
from
loved
her.
you, he wouldn't have exposed you in this way. And so like love isn't why he's gonna marry you. So now there's a negotiation for marriage happening. You can't give me anything more. You've given me everything and more that I want. Like
That's
I mean,
where the ego comes in.
I want to check myself though because I don't think marriage, in the way I conceptualize it, shouldn't be this like withholding in order to get right. Like it should be more meaningful and but it feels like if we're doing the negotiation as a form to get to marriage, there's no reason to be married to you now. Like there's not, unless he really loves
But
you.
you see the way him, Nick Cannon, even Yogi Bear, you know, on there with him.
Oh,
They talk about it in this way because their main concern is having that leverage of being able to dictate and have a woman be on their program. You know, that's the manosphere thing. It's all about, okay, how can I have the leverage to be able to play the role that I want to play or to be able to feel how I want to feel by being involved in this dynamic. And so you're not going to have, if you're dealing with somebody who is looking, because they're not looking for a wife or they're not looking for a certain type of, they're looking for a certain type of experience, but it's not about like the marriage. It's about the status and the what it makes them feel like as a man and you know all of that. So if you're dealing with somebody who's concerned about those things, that's why you have to have these conversations and listen to what they say and believe them. You know, then you'll recognize, okay, it's transactional. Even if you're in this like, oh, we're in love, we're gonna get married, I'm gonna have this baby. You know, like, that's propaganda, but I love it.
Right.
You know, then you're gonna find yourself like her. Even before she got pregnant, she was already wrapped up in it because she would just believe that she was going to earn his love in that way. And so I think she thought she would win him over. And then it would turn into that, or maybe she wasn't accepting that what she was seeing in the transactional nature of how he was relating to her. She just thought, I can change it. I can change it. And now she's way too deep because she has a baby. You know, so it's going to be even harder for her to be able to just go, I messed up.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
This person has been trolling a lot, but I do
Who
want
is
to
that?
answer this question. Why would any why would they marry anyone though? I don't know who they are, but I'm assuming you're asking why would people marry, right?
Or like, are you saying like Cam Newton and these men? So Cam Newton, Corey Holcomb,
Those kinds of people.
these kinds of individuals.
I don't know if that's what he's
Oh.
asking. If that's what he was asking, I don't care. I don't care. Sorry, not no disrespect, but I personally don't care why they would or would not marry. Okay, let's get to the response.
That was the second one.
Yeah, no, it's the same one, but there.
Oh, okay. Let me.
Oh God.
What?
How about I make it bigger? There we go.
All right.
That's,
No, I don't. Let it get time for that.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
Sorry, something is happening, and we're just now seeing something, and we're just like, absolutely not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
it after.
Yeah.
okay, sure. Yeah.
Can someone read this? I can't see. My eyes aren't.
So hashtag TSR updates. Jasmine Brown responds after viral clip of Cam Newton revealing she is not the only woman he's been intimate with during their relationship. Okay.
That's the first one, right?
Okay. First one. Child, here comes here come the just checking on you DMs. I am fine. Trust me. I know who and what my N-word is and is. Ain't no secrets or surprises. He can talk to me about anything. Want me to keep reading it?
Do you want to? Does anyone want to react to that? Because I have a visual disgust to this, where it's like he can talk to me about anything. I am a safe space. Essentially, is what she's saying. Like I am open. I communicate. I am soft, sweet, submissive. The pillow and the pillow. But like he's still cheating on you, and so
Yeah. Because what that says is don't focus on me. She's probably in shambles, but she's still saying like don't focus on me. Don't focus on my feelings. He can come. She's still centering him in it and still selling herself. Like, oh well, he can come to me. I'm a safe space. Like other women would have just been, whatever.
Yeah.
He can come to me, and it's like, girl, how are you?
Yeah.
Are you even? And I don't think she is, because I'm going back to Shan when she was on Shan
Boudreaux.
Shan Boudreaux. And Shan was just asking her simple questions, about, well, how do you actually feel? And she was just like, and when Shan was saying like, oh yeah, I can talk to my husband about this, and if I don't want to do this, I don't have to do it. And she was like, really? So it's like she's completely disconnecting from what she probably actually thinks and feels about what's going on.
But like, even saying, I know who and what my person is, it's like, for me,
Like, what is he?
like, what is he, right? Like, not just who,
What
like
is
his character,
he?
but what is he? But it's also like, again, that's why I said I don't believe her. Like, I'm sure everybody's calling her. Like, if your friends don't think that you care, they're not going to reach out to you and be like, "Are you okay? Like, is everything good?" And you're putting on putting on a happy face to make other people, think that you're okay with it, but you're not.
Well, also, if you're actually in a polyamorous relationship or ethical non-monogamy, nobody's checking on you because they already know what your status is.
Exactly.
I mean, apparently she in it, but she didn't know.
Oh.
Not only did her friends not know, she
Because that's not because she wasn't saying all
Because
of
she
that
didn't
when
consent
it was before.
to that.
And she wasn't saying
wasn't
all of that
discussed.
when she was on Shan. She was making it seem like, oh yeah, he picked me because I do all of this.
yeah, because then you're just doing all of that to be exactly like everyone else.
Yep.
So you're gonna bend over backwards, clean the car, clean the door, clean the house, build the house, lean
Clean
over
the
backwards,
kids,
and have him do whatever he want to do.
Yes.
And he's gonna treat you exactly like someone who's gonna
Yes.
spit in his face.
Yep.
Okay, period. Then why are you doing all
But
that?
that's where I can align with you guys about the lack of consent, because I don't think that that's what she signed up for. I don't think those were the conversations they were. I think these conversations came after she realized, oh, he's going to do whatever he's going to do.
Okay.
So now you can come to, it's okay, I'm a safe space
So-
because I'm not leaving.
So the Bratz doll said the what is sus. Yes. That so when when it was being read and Alicia first pointed out the watch, I was going to wait to come back to this, but I feel like she's trying to subtly tell us things. I don't know if this is true. I don't know. I have no clue if this is true, but it felt like she was saying, obviously, who he's with is like fine, but the what he is, who he is and what he is, feels like you're telling something without saying it out loud. And I'm very curious because things. All right. We can go to the next one. I ain't gonna say it.
But we all know it.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, think it. It's there.
Okay, so the text or comment continues. Why not just be single if you gonna cheat? I feel you. However, men just be one to F. Once they do that, they're back to temporarily thinking straight.
Wait, let's stop there.
Yeah.
That is coping.
Yes.
That is coping. Let me be
And
clear.
temporarily.
And just temporary, meaning he's going to do it again.
Yeah, and she's still competing with women. She's saying that they are jump off, that they're not important, that he just needs to get his whatever off and then he'll come back. He knows where home is, essentially. And so I am better than everyone else because I was chosen. You are being used for your body, and he loves they might be used for their body, you're used for your body, your labor, your love, your care, your energy. Girl, he's sucking you
And
dry.
everybody's laughing at you. On top of everything else.
That is wild to me. That is wild. Like she's like, he just needs to do that. No one needs to go.
But you want to know what's the worst part about it? Because at least some people you could be like, oh, well, they're the girlfriend, they're the wife. He's
Yeah,
like the
right.
situation. He called it a situation. The situation I'm in currently. He said my other two baby mothers and the situation I'm in currently.
So you don't even
He
have an
said,
official title.
It's a
I
situation
haven't
ship.
found the woman that I've.
You're not it. He's not marrying you.
He told another woman on social media, I have not found.
You 2 years in, baby,
That's sad.
sore back parts. You're
Food and shelter.
Food and shelter.
where was you living before you let him girl go back? I'm sorry.
That's sad.
Yeah,
It is.
That's I don't know. All right.
But also, she's choosing it. She has chosen.
Someone said in the comments she's more annoying than him. He is more degenerate, but she is actually annoying. I think the reason why she's annoying is that she's fighting people and putting down people and trying to elevate herself. You don't get to elevate yourself with a dusty relationship. You don't. Like, you don't flex on people with a dusty relationship. You got a man and you probably got everything that man got from everyone else too. Like, we don't care. Like, I care insofar as this is like content. But in terms of like people wanting your life, no, I don't think most women want that. And I think a lot of people might think they just want a rich man until they're there and the man is cheating, right? And so I don't think people like any rich man will do. I hope women who are like, I want a rich man want a good man who also has money. Like not Cam Newton. Like, no, ew.
Or she better start
The guy
acting
didn't
like
talk. Like
start acting like Martha. Did you watch her documentary?
Martha.
Martha is that girl. Martha
But
is
no,
that girl.
She could never. This is sorry. She could never be Martha
Clearly.
because she's not. She doesn't value herself. And I don't want to just say like, oh, she doesn't like herself. But no, even when someone was checked, this idea, she framed it like, oh, people are checking on me and how I feel.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I'm here for his feeling. You get what I'm like? That's telling. And Martha's just like, look, I need to be happy. I need stuff to be right. I want my money. It's self-focused, and she's just not that.
yeah. Oh, let's finish the.
Some messages. All right, okay. The next part. It's real ghetto out here. I get it. I don't blame y'all for wanting to be single. But if you spend enough time talking to men about this topic, you'll see that that it's not as shocking as it may seem.
All right, so there's a couple parts to this. If we'll get her out here, I get it. I don't blame y'all for wanting to be single. That is her facing and owning up to her feelings. She thinks this is trash too. She owns that this is trash too, but she couldn't leave it there. She now has to make every man a cheater. She has to make everyone's relationship bad. She has to justify why her choice is not crap. It is. Like, you could have had a better relationship. You could have chosen better. And I don't say that as a slight to women. You could have chosen better. You specifically could have chosen
It's
better.
laziness. And now, I try to dive into these types of things. Like on my channel, we can sit and talk about the particulars. But since we're short on time, it's laziness. It's I don't want to do the work. And most importantly, I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to have to wait.
The funny thing is, I disagree with the word lazy being used because she is working.
Okay.
That's what I said. She is working harder than if she actually had like a career.
Yeah, but it's laziness because the type of work you do, that's busy work. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you're running from things, it's easier for you to just stay busy and distracted. It's lazy because to sit alone by yourself means you have to be quiet. You have to actually start listening to what you're thinking and what you're saying, and does it make sense? And do I want this? And if I don't want this, how do I stop it and make something new happen? What do I even want? It's a bunch of work that people don't want to do. And so that's why I say it's lazy. It's not lazy when you're doing something you'd rather be doing, or when you're just scrolling instead of doing your homework, or you know what I mean? Like, it's lazy because you don't want to do what you need to be doing.
Jigglypuff is out of pocket. Maybe she wants to work.
She said, for the right price, I'll be a sister wife.
Anyway, any final thoughts on this part? Because we have some more videos that we need to. We have a movie night planned, so we have to like get through. We just need to feed you all, give you all.
You're on limited time. Do you know you only have 30 minutes?
Look, we have things to do, movies to watch, popcorns to eat, and hot chocolate. Yeah, hot chocolate to drink.
I
So,
think,
go ahead.
with your initial question, kind of about the consent thing. I think I wrestle with that, even that choice of word, consent, because you mentioned like the power dynamic. Can you really have consent if you're almost being forced into situations?
Yeah.
So even in the last thing that she mentioned is about, it's just all men are terrible. It just is what it is, that they're all going to cheat. Can you really consent to that? Or is it just like, it's just the power dynamic. Like, I have to accept it. Like, consenting to me sounds like, yeah, there's equal whatever. But like, no, there's already a huge imbalance.
You have a choice. Consent requires a choice. But the choice could be to be single. Even if all men are trash, you can choose to not be with men.
I wrestle with that. I'm not a woman, but I think about that. Like, and if we are in a patriarchal society and a lot of women are trying to, and I mean, I know you mentioned it earlier, and like, which is, I think your whole channel and a lot of what you all create is about that. Like, women, get your bag, make sure you're good. I think that is still, we're in the transition. We are in the transition of that for women to be able to get to that place where like, yeah, I really can do that. But like, still in the, I guess the old patriarchal paradigm is like, I still need a man. So like, if I need a man to have those things,
For what though?
just survival, shelter, like
shelter.
Yeah, like the basics. I'm saying, I know, I'm seeing it again. I'm not a woman, so I'm only from my outside perspective, which can totally flawed. But just like that idea of like, I'm in the transition period of getting my own and standing on my 2 feet and all that stuff, right? For a lot of women who are still under that old paradigm of like, well, yeah, I kind of need to be married. I need to have this so that I can be okay. It feels like that choice is taken away.
Yeah, I think choice requires there to be. I get you. So you bifurcated, and I agree. Choice requires that there be options, consent, and then that you know of these options.
Yeah.
And so the knowing becomes complicated in a society that tells you that you need it. You need a relationship. You need a man to be validated. I don't think it is as easy as you made a bad choice. But and I actually don't agree that you've consented in a lot of ways. I think that you're coping with your reality.
Yeah.
And that's very different from consenting to it.
Which is why they have such a problem with women who go further and get more education, whether it's collegiate education or trade education, that they can now provide for themselves so that men, the bad ones, can't weaponize it against them. You got to bring something else.
Yeah.
I have to actually want you and like you.
Yeah.
So now
money's
you got
not enough.
Money's
Your
not
correct.
enough.
Not enough.
Yes. So now you actually have to work on yourself because I can buy my own shelter and food.
Period. Beyonce, that's the style.
But as someone who never been married and most of my friends are not married, some are partnered. What you were saying, like about, oh, well, they're doing it for survival. My friends are all the head of household. You know, my friends are all the ones. They're making a way.
Yeah.
So it's more than that because
Yeah.
especially some of them, they know they can do it on their own financially.
Yeah.
They really want the partner. They really want to say that they have that partner there. And it's just like, that's why they don't want women who are like, well, partnership is a maybe. Because if you're getting your money and you're just kind of like, okay, whatever, partnership, no partnership, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Then but if you're like, oh yeah, I want to be in love and I want to be chosen and I want to be a mother and I want to, have this one man's babies and I want all those things, even if it has nothing to do with the guy, that's that stuff that's like going to keep you trying with the same person and burden the handing it because you don't, that laziness of and not even laziness, that fear of I'm not going to get it. If I don't go for it right now, if I don't make this work, I'm not going to get it. So you'll sit and just keep trying to make it work with that one person, or you'll just try to get what you think you can get at that level.
Which is wild, to they have indoctrinated us so much that we didn't even realize we had other choices. Like I always think about how they like, oh, you need to have kids, you need to have kids, you need to have kids. I love my child, I do.
Maybe I didn't.
It's hard. It's hard. It is so hard. That is a whole different other level. Not only did she jack up my body, it's a whole other different level of anxiety.
Yeah.
And then you're also learning, can my partner co-parent?
Because we in it now.
We in it now. Are you actually a good parent? Oh my gosh. You don't like your dad. You act just like him. Like there's so many things that will come up. You didn't even know we're there. You didn't even know we're
And
there.
you can't know until
Until it happens. Exactly.
Because everybody, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I want to be this type of parent. Da-da-da-da-da, blah 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 blah.
Never will I ever say, oh, I would never do that. No.
That's valid. Sorry, you were.
You never know what you're gonna do.
Oh, please. Yes.
Just talking about like consent and options, like I think also from depending on your background, how you grew up, like what your family believes, like that's what you believe generally, right? Until like someone shows you can think differently. And so I think I would hope at this point she can start thinking differently, but my fear is that she's going to see everything as an attack. Or like, and even like what is Cam saying to make it seem like, oh, they're attacking us, but they don't understand what we got. And,
to be fair, though, I don't think Cam has to say anything. I think I think she'll justify herself.
okay.
Most
automatically,
women,
she already
most
did.
women justify a lot and explain and give. Even Risa Tisa, most of the times that she fell for his trick, she lied to herself or helped him lie to her.
And even told herself, you know.
Yeah, because of what you want.
Right.
What you want. I put it like, what it is you think you want is clearer for you than like the ramifications or the implications or the dark side of, you know what I mean? I want to have a high value man. I want a man taking care of me. I want a man funding my lifestyle. So she has that bird in the hand. You know what I mean? But do you want a man that's sleeping around on you that you got to spend so much of your time understanding him? Do you want all these bonus babies, and maybe more to come because he's sleeping with all these other
Bonus
women? He can
baby
bring
said,
another
he said, I'm gonna bring them all here to this house.
And if you
Yeah.
don't take care of them, wait, before you go, Coca said, just like Tyler's doing the mute challenge and Ashley is making it make sense to herself and trying to convince all of us to get in her dusty reality with her delusional reality. We are not about to go there with you, Ashley. You need to sit yourself down. The fact that sorry, this is a separate rant. Sorry. Because, like, yes, Coco, I appreciate that you pointed this out. The fact that I was gonna call him his light skinned self.
It's okay.
He's not his light skinned self back at home, right? And she's out there after he's obviously colorist. Did y'all read them texts on Jesse Wu's live? If you hadn't, please just pause it and read one line from that. I'm not going to repeat it here. It's not that important because I read into it. Anywho, it seems that he's colorist, that he doesn't want to be there. He just sees an opportunity. Why are you, Ashley, after you've been with a man with a bunch of children, allowing, and I'm saying allowing, this man to reject his children? You sit there being with this man, rejecting his children, thinking that you're going to get a better outcome. No, it is a you problem. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, why are you out there defending him? Why are you out there? Why can't he speak? Because the questions the interviewers can ask him, they can't ask her. Because she's going to say, oh, I don't know. I never knew about that. And we have nothing to, we don't want to hear from you, Ashley. Go sit somewhere. Don't care. I don't care what you got to say. Let that man come out here and figure his life out. All right, rant over. We can move on.
And not only that, for those who are maybe new in the chat, if you listen to Alicia's channel and just kind of like the deprogramming of the fact that we need rest, should choose rest. We don't have to be in this grind or slavery, if you will, because that's what it is. Working all the time and just deprogramming that you can have a different life for yourself. Not only that, if you feel like you want a different life, it's not wrong. Like, because it used to be immediately, oh no, I can't think that. Oh no, I'm thinking differently from all the what's wrong with me? Why don't I want to have all these things laid out and choose this path? Why do I want to be different? Oh no, now I need to conform. No, you don't have to.
No.
That's true.
It's scary trying to fill in the blanks. Because if you don't have that picture, you don't have a picture, a reference point
Of
you
doing
have to create it. And that's that
different.
work I'm talking about that people
Yes.
don't want to do. Because it's like, now I have to figure out what it looks like, first of all. Then I have to figure out how to get there from where I'm at. Then, wait a minute, where am I? So now I got to figure out what's actually going on here and how I really feel about it. And all of that is scary and it's big and it can mess you up.
Yeah.
Like, it can mess you up. So it's like, I can understand why it's the choice is just, I don't want to deal with that. He's my man. He's a good man, Savannah. You know, like, but it is what it is.
I just don't know how you sit up there and defend a colorist. Like, imagine being with someone and they said something about your looks, or like you don't look like the people they normally date, but like your personality is great. First of all, we're done. But second, I will never defend you ever. Like, ever. Like, what do you mean? Like, I just don't understand. Like, yes, you have a man. Your man does not like you. Even if he's providing affection and all of that, what he's telling his friends about you is disrespectful. He also has 3 children. I'm sorry. We're going to go back to the vetting conversation, but there's a part of me, the more examples I get of like not being able to vet, the more annoyed I get. Ashley, you don't get that cover. You walked right into a red flag, wrapped yourself in it, and said, "Here I am." Like this is weird. Like, ugh. And then I think the part I have a strong dislike for Ashley now. I do. When you sit up there and you say, "I love those kids, even though I've never met them," but if me and Tyler never see them again, I love them from a distance. What do you mean? That man has children.
Those are his kids.
I don't care about you.
Oh, baby.
You are selfish. Sorry.
And
Sorry.
there's so many women like that, and that's what the whole, when they're blaming single mothers because the men know, not think, they know that there are women out there like her who will accept them and allow them and encourage them and support them in doing that, in discarding the children, but because they were just for practice.
And people will say low self-esteem. Yes.
Oh no.
People will say low self-esteem. Cut her slack. She just wants no slack. No. If you're a person who is okay with your partner abandoning children, you are as degenerate in my mind as they are.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Nor would I have children with that person.
Yeah.
And
then you'll get a better outcome.
And let me tell you something. She will drag him through court. She will do everything in her power to make his life miserable. Because how could you do this to me? I supported you in doing this to the other people, to your other children. How could you do this to me? I'm not her. How could you do this to me?
Is that like the I guess like the shoe dropping for, because what you all are describing sounds like, I don't want to say extreme, but like the end of being a pick-me. Is that fair to say? So is that like the back end of it? Like,
I mean,
the
not
fact
all.
that
It works out for some people, or if they're mentally capable of holding on, like a Camille Cosby, you know what I mean? That they can hold on for the long haul. But for those who it gets to a point where either the guy is just like, "Yeah, I'm done with you," or
Or you end up on Snap.
because they don't really, the ones that are ready to leave, the ones that are really ready to leave, they make those shifts I'm talking about. Whether they're forced to, or they just decide, you know what, this is not working anymore. I don't have those same mental blocks. I have to go ahead and go through the process of figuring this out. And then they transition. It's different. But for the ones who are, I guess you're right. It's the inevitable end of a pick-me, because I was supposed to get this. I was supposed to be his queen. We were supposed to have the perfect family image. And he messed that up. He had a baby on me. Or you know what I mean? So when he does the thing that you already knew he was set to do, but she told herself that she was the right kind of woman, that it wouldn't happen to her. And then it happens, instead of her going, you know what? I set myself up for this. It's him.
So there's a question on the screen. Let me answer it quickly first. Everyone likes mess, but also no one knew Tyler was gonna be that trash of a person. Like when we start watching the show, it is at the end of the show that we the public knew, because I wouldn't support that foolishness. So I have a question. If one wants a change, then why do y'all focus on dating shows? Why are you supporting trash and toxic relationship shows?
I can answer that. So earlier this year, I had the Discord watching The Bachelor, The Bachelor, and The Bachelorette. The reason why we watch these trash TV shows is because a lot of people show who they are, show their personalities, and you can watch it being objective. Things that you wouldn't normally see, or when you're trying to deal with somebody that you like, you tend to blind or put your rose-colored glasses on. So it is also a social experiment, and things that you learn, which is why we have these conversations and discourse, because we need to know what the red flags are to look for. And you can see a lot of parallels being drawn between people who act that way,
There's a lot of Tyler and Ashley's out here.
Yes, you can see what it is and what the outcome can be or ends up being. we can break that cycle. That's why we watch these things, regardless of them being trash. Like everybody, yes, loves mess. But when you actually look at who they are, how their personalities are, how they move, you can learn a lot from them.
I think the scary part about that is that, at least for me, because I personally don't watch those shows. I'm not the target audience. Typically, I'm not the target audience for those shows.
Yeah.
But even recently, you did the Love Is Blind thing about Ramses. Like, I think we were talking about this, how this most recent season of Love Is Blind, I think, was just like, those were all of those men were almost like manosphere babies.
Yeah.
Like almost every one of them were a version or a piece of what you have seen online for the past 4 years, manifested into reality. And I think the scary part about it, which I think is phenomenal and bad at the same time, that you can look at what would be considered fiction in reality is so real. Like it's so
it
close.
mirrors
Yeah,
a lot of
and
it.
it's so tangible compared to like maybe in the 90s or previous times, decades ago in media. It was just like, oh, that's so far away.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, oh no, literally, this is happening to me.
And the unwillingness, I think, sometimes to speak about our own individual experience, that humiliation kind of lessens the more we see it on social media, and we all collectively say, wait, no, this is not good. I can't tell you how many comments there are. By the way, thank you all for watching that Ramses video that I did. I'm glad you brought it up, because I went in the comment and so many women were down in the comments saying, oh, you put words to a feeling I've had, an experience I've had that I didn't quite know how to explain.
And didn't even realize
Yeah.
I was in it until the end of it. And it's like,
Yeah,
how did
what
I
happened?
get there? Yes.
Like you woke up one day and you're like, hey, what
Yes.
happened?
Yep.
Was that person a good person?
Right.
Yeah, that Ramses thing though, that's specifically why I focused on Ramses. Now, in retrospect, the other guy, what's his name? Not Ramses, the one that was supposed to be good. Not Nick, the one that's married to Taylor.
Garrett?
Oh,
Garrett.
Garrett.
If I had to go back, I would have done it on Garrett. If I could go back, I would have done it on Garrett. Garrett is trash. Sorry. But Ramses is the most obvious now after going back, but Garrett should have gotten his own video. In any case, I do appreciate that the conversation isn't just accept these men how they are. The conversations online is, wait, yeah, let's take this apart. This is wrong. And so many, maybe it's my algorithm, but all of them getting dragged. All of them. Nothing is being reinforced. I did get the text. So thank you to the Discord. They gave me the text for what Tyler said to his baby mother about Ashley. He says, it's cool, exclamation mark. She doesn't look like anyone I've ever dated. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. And there's a laughing face emoji. And then he
Who
goes,
was he talking to?
And
his
about who?
friend who is the baby mama. the
Okay,
lesbian.
he was saying this to the baby mom about Ashley.
Yes, about Ashley. And then-
And that's what you get.
It got done.
And that's what she did.
She said, it's cool. She doesn't look, and we know she's attractive. Like,
Yes.
so the thing is, it's not just, oh, you look at her and you're like, oh, she's not like physically attractive.
Yeah.
So you don't like something else. But
Yes.
it's cool. She doesn't look like anyone I've ever dated. I'll just say that. Laughing face emoji, but so DMN nice. But she's nice. But she's nice means that she's not attractive in his mind.
Yeah.
You don't say, but someone
him.
is not.
Right.
The but is to negate everything that
Correct.
you just said before. As a
Correct.
conjunctive reference, you're saying, yeah, I said all of that, but she's nice. So the nice thing is the good thing about her. She's not cute, essentially. Physically, she's not what I
So
go
you
for.
think he's gold digging with her?
He has a platform now. Yes. He's
Because
looking for
why
a home.
marry her? Is my, you know what I mean? Like,
Why impregnate him with the
You were trying to say something a little earlier, though.
Oh no. I was just talking about like why do we look at media? Sorry, but give me
Yes,
started.
no, yes.
Okay, so one, I'm interested in people and relationships, just generally. Like, So when Jamal was saying, yeah, I'm not the target audience. Like we used to watch like Love and Hip Hop, and so so we would watch the show because I'm just like, I want these people to get along. Why can't they see? Like why can't they see that this is not the problem? And you know, but I love discussing relationships, like and not just romantic ones, like
Friendship
friends,
too.
family,
Yes.
yes. And I think we forget that media is a form of art, and art, like, well, you know, I'm not gonna say whatever. It's a form of art, right? And it's a way for people to be able to see themselves in ways that they couldn't see themselves otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, life is complicated, and it doesn't mean that we have the people around us that we can like work through this stuff together with. I don't know. So
No, thank you for pointing it out because
What?
I feel sad now.
why?
No,
Not I feel sad.
Now we
but-
got to watch.
No.
Catch up on the season.
No, yeah, no. I feel sad because like I feel, and I mean I think at this point we're aware of that the disjointedness when it comes to relationships. So me even saying that I'm not the target audience sets all of you up. So you guys, you ladies are consuming content about relationships, about developing emotional intelligence, about like things that actually matter. And I'm just referencing myself, you know, in high school or child eras. I'm watching some random alien nigga charge up to fight another space nigga. That is the programming. So I'm over here trying to be Super Saiyan, and y'all over here like, oh no, these relationships and stuff like that. And then later we're being forced to be in, well, not forced, but we're encouraged by our society to be in relationship. And that sucks. Like, and not to say that being with women is suck. That's not what I'm saying. But it sucks.
It sets us up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. The imbalance is a huge imbalance. Like, I can tell you everything about, you know, these animes or whatever, these video games or sports or whatever your masculine poison is, and then y'all have this long list of programming, indoctrination, equipping, development in human relationships, and then we're supposed to come together. It's like, oh yeah, you know.
I mean, but then that means you come together and the woman does all the emotional
Right, and that's what I mean.
work.
Yeah, like it's
You started it. Good on you.
Yeah.
Good luck with securing this relationship by yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here to go fight space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball Z all the seasons.
Yeah.
You can fix this on your
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what makes me
Carry
sad.
this.
Like, yeah, like that sucks.
We do. Kenny, it is always America's Next Top Model. I don't know where you are. People don't come to hear me talk. They came for these looks. We have another video. Let's cue it up and watch it together. We're going to pause it a lot.
This one first?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to talk about poly. Because since we're already talking about relationship, let's continue.
All right.
Can we do the screen where we're bigger? Yeah.
That. All right. All right. Let's see.
Kenny always play too much. No, it's America's Next Top Model.
Talk about Ninja Turtles.
Yo.
Oh.
Okay. There we go.
Dr. Bryant said and didn't affect my relationship with my baby mother, number one, baby mother, number two, or even with my situation that I'm with now. But what is to come from that is,
Yeah. Baby mother number one, baby mother number two of my situation.
We know who and what he is.
That is pretty bad. Probably.
My situation, not even with my woman, my fiance, my girlfriend, my partner. My situation is diabolical.
That's fine.
Won't even give her the girlfriend.
Yeah.
want my platform to be fake. That
Well,
shit.
why would you call her a doctor, brother? I'm not saying your platform is fake at all. I'm just saying when somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's her colleagues? Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research.
See, I really dislike uneducated. So like, if we are her colleagues, but grammar aside, why are you so upset?
Right.
What?
Let's start there.
Why are you upset that she is a doctor? This is the jealousy about men for women that I don't understand. She is a doctor. If you have a PhD, you are a doctor. You don't have to have an MD.
MD to be a doctor. That
Like,
you earned your
actually, lawyers, if they wanted, can say JD and say
Yep.
the doctor if they cared enough to do
Yep.
that. The fact that you're upset, the fact that you're upset about someone who has accomplished something and is using that in front of their name is weird. Like, that's weird.
No, because you know why? Because in a day and age where Yogi Bear and Nigga Bob Crane could sit up there
Nickelback.
in their cat daddy hats in front of that bookcase and have it recorded and manufactured. He thinks he's somebody. He thinks he's on that level. So he did his research, which was probably heading to the shade room and listening to.
Did you hear what the research came up with?
No.
It didn't. When Cam Newton asked him, "Oh, what did you find?" She was like, "Oh, I mean, she's not. No, what did you find? Nothing. You found nothing. So you're just project because you can't find her colleagues. She's not a doctor. Is that the? You're just dumb. I didn't realize they both have trash outfit and a trash hat. Like I wasn't paying attention to the fact that.
Because what they are saying is so awful that
Yeah.
ugh.
Ew. Wait, let me read a super chat first. Welcome to, not welcome, 37 months. Thank you.
Thank you.
Twerk, twerk, twerk. I gave you 2 twerks. Is that why a lot of grown men still play video games? Not true brain development like women have. No, I don't think so. I think what Jamal was talking about is I think men prioritizes everything outside of like developing for a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we don't prioritize education either or like economic development, but whatever it is that we prioritize it. I don't know what it is yet, but we don't prioritize relationship and how to engage with people.
Definitely, particularly not healthy relationships.
With women in particular.
Yeah, because the getting a girl may be a priority.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean a relationship. Clearly, we're seeing.
Yeah, and
baby mamas in situationships.
Yeah.
So getting a girl's,
I wouldn't agree with getting. I think it's like sleeping with.
Right. That's
Yeah, because like even keeping, a man changing women every season is fine.
Yeah.
It's usually about whether the woman can keep the man. It's never whether the man can keep the woman. So, but getting right, but getting to sleep with.
Yeah. Were you trying to? Ready?
And it was what? I don't see doctor nowhere. If somebody is a doctor, they will be proud to show you, I'm a doctor. She can't do it. She just says it. This is a fantasy that woman is living.
In what world is that research?
She had a chain on that said doctor.
She said, "Call me doctor." She said, "What do you mean she would be proud to show it?" She is very proud. If she's not a doctor, I would be surprised.
Her as Dr. Bryant.
What part of her says she's not proud to show that she's a doctor? Girl.
She has a whole web. Okay.
So because you don't feel good, she's not a doctor.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't like you, so you're not a doctor. You didn't go to school. I took a couple of psychology classes.
Not even I don't like you. I don't like it.
So
I don't like the idea.
And she's probably saying things that hurt his feelings because it reflects what
Hit
is
dog
going on with
collar.
him.
Oh, he
Yeah,
probably
it's her.
know everything she would say to and about him.
She would never choose him, so he is upset.
Let's continue.
I mean, like, you don't see everybody to see you, Sister Bryant. We know it's a girl you call your bodyguard, but we know it's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in the streets.
And what about it? let's say she is a homosexual. A homosexual.
I can't take him seriously. He looked like he took some bohemian rugs and sewed them together to make that ill-fitting jacket.
To be fair, I agree with you, and that's why I'm not critiquing him. I actually don't care about him
Yeah.
and his opinion. I think he comes out here to start mess. Like, you know those weak, useless people who don't have anything going for them, so they have to start
Rage
drama,
bait.
so to rage bait. So they, like, his brain.
Nobody
is
would
a-
pay him any
yeah.
attention. He's not smart. He's not attractive.
He's not funny,
He's
which
not
is a comedian,
funny.
which is
He's
wild.
not intelligent.
He doesn't have anything that you would draw you to him outside of outrage.
He's a horrible
Yeah.
person.
And
Yeah.
oh my God, I hate this. I think it was Audre Lorde. There was a writer, a feminist writer in particular, who talks about Black men in particular, and that we need to be seen. And so a lot of us act out because we want attention, we want to be seen, we are overlooked, we're disregarded, the feet on our neck, all of that. And I think it shows up very obviously in him. And I do think people like that should be starved. And I'm critiquing myself too, because we shouldn't be watching. I just wanted to get the monogamy conversation, the full conversation, sorry, the Dr. Bryant conversation out. People like that should be starved. Their attention supply should be cut off, which is also why we haven't watched the full thing, because we watched it in the Discord and halfway through we were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, no.
To that, being starved, these people, like, he's an awful person, yes. But do you think that if he was given the proper attention that he needed?
As a child, maybe not now.
Fair. Okay.
If he cut off the supply, if he gets an economic hit, loses friend, then he would have to do the kind
He has
of
to hit rock
reflection.
bottom.
Yeah, he can't do the. He's not in a place where he can self-reflect. To self-reflect is to bring up all the things you said about him and reckon with that reality of his socio-political position, looks, all of that. To then own that and then build from that is a very hard thing to do. You don't have to do it. You are not going to do it. He's
All
too
he's
rich
gonna
and too
do is be
famous.
shucking, jiving,
Yeah.
and jigabooing,
So ignore
so
him.
he can get
Yeah.
whatever he can get.
Yeah. Introspection takes a lot of work, and I don't wish that on a lot of people. I wish he wasn't causing harm, but that's all he knows how to do to get attention.
You don't wish hitting rock bottom
On him for building. I think it's
get the
for,
introspection.
yeah, because some people can't build back from that,
Right. Gotcha.
and I think obviously there wouldn't be the harm. So I want that, but like it is still harmful to that person individually, even though it's beneficial for the community. So I don't think he has the capacity to build back in a genuine way, reckoning with the harm that he's already caused.
Gotcha.
But he still should be isolated and removed.
So I can't say what this girl is that you call in your little security sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? It's people who know y'all and they talk. So, and all this doctor stuff, I mean, come on. Where is the proof that you're a doctor? Can you just do that online instead of all of the glamour videos with all the makeup on and everything? Show us you're a doctor and how you became a doctor and how you practice being a doctor. You're just doing internet talk like everybody else, except
No, absolutely not. Who are you? You're a disgusting little man.
He's been all up and through her Instagram.
Yeah.
He's been all up and through her Instagram.
How disgusting are you? Like you go sit
Glamour
there.
shots with the
Yeah,
makeup and the hair weaves.
He been watching. I'm telling
You
you.
probably should take some makeup lessons. Like, the fact that you think she needs to come out and prove that she's a doctor, where she went to school, the process, and show her being a doctor, go get out of
She
my
could
face.
show him being a doctor. She could see him right in front of her and had the same conversation she's been having with these other men.
Yeah, I mean, she don't have to just replay the tape.
He was
like,
right.
go let it man, just replay the tape. Well, here I gave you your diagnosis. Go be trash. Like anybody.
you wanted to put doctor on your name. Prove to me you're a doctor so I can eat crow and apologize. But don't
No.
come with that little nonsense online shit. That ain't gonna work on me. I know. And all that low vibrational women's stuff.
That's what he meant.
You used to work at the strip club, right?
So
I would ask her that. She's talking about low vibrational women. And even if that was a time when she's not doing that now,
No. I want to hear.
she talked about the things that she's done to men and how she kicks up dust with men on purpose that so-called love her. And I never saw the end of y'all video until my girl showed me this.
Which one?
When you hit her with that 50 Cent shit,
Pause it,
and she
pause
was
it. His girlfriend is diabolical. His girlfriend is diabolical. The only reason, the girlfriend is stressed out, delayed out of it. The girlfriend is like, hey babe, let's watch this.
Because of that sociological, when we get out of it, we're like, oh, maybe you'll pick it up.
Yeah.
And look what he got.
Yeah.
She was like, that is diabolical.
can't even realize it.
Oh yeah, and it's very true. I was hanging out with
And that's why he's upset. Because that stuff did hit him.
Oh, yeah.
The girlfriend probably
So
heard
many
it and was like, oh, so you were like that too, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Important.
And he got
Yeah.
triggered. That,
Yeah.
That's why he went to do research on her.
Yeah, because he's trying he's trying to, like, I think that's, again, that's the power of the internet, because those kind of videos are creating conversations specifically between romantic partners. Remember, I was hanging out with some friends one time, all guys, and one of our friends, I think he's traditionally Indian, I think, and his spouse has been watching a lot of
which kind of Native American or Indian?
Indian,
Okay.
yeah. But his spouse has been watching a lot of TikTok, YouTube kind of stuff, and he was just like, I don't understand. She keeps bringing up stuff about like patriarchy and things like that, and it's like she doesn't want to do that, and it's like we got to get away. And I was like, she's been watching stuff on YouTube, hasn't she? She's been watching stuff. He's like, yeah. I was like, just listen to what she's saying. Just listen to what she's saying. Like, and I think like him, like you were saying, like.
She's trying to tell you something
like,
without telling you something.
Exactly.
So just take it like this, or else it's going to come in a less nice way.
I think in her mind, even if you don't change, she gets the satisfaction of seeing that women see you, that people see you, and people don't agree with you. And while I can say you're trash, this woman is saying you're trash. Can you watch this? Period. And I think he knows, and he's pissed.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure she probably went in the bathroom. We're like, yes, baby. After he's like, she's trash. Diane, why are we watching the? She went in the bathroom, just smiled.
What did he mean?
She pissed him off and then disappeared. I promise she was happy. She probably was even pretending to be mad with him, right? Like, just like, why would she say that? Do you think men who have multiple children are terrible? Like, you have multiple children, right? Like, so like, I don't think high value men should be low vibrational either. But like, why is she saying it like that? I'm pretty sure she twist the knife in a little. I mean,
You created all these broken homes.
all those broken.
All of them.
So you can provide for all of them, right? Because he's the same guy that said if the dad don't care about the mom, they don't care about the children. But we don't listen to this man. But that is true for men. Continue if you want, please. I'm trying to be.
People are asking to see more of Jemile because they can't see.
It's just.
It's because of
it's just the way that the camera is right now.
Let me try.
There he is.
Oh, you're gonna have to put it back. Sorry.
No,
I
no,
can
it's
do
okay.
it. No, there.
You want that one, or you want the?
You can do that.
I mean, whatever. I'm here, guys. Sorry. All right, so here we go.
Fuck. It was classic, but that's not promoted.
But that
Because she praised 50 Cent because there's opportunity maybe there for her. Now, this ain't no diss to 50 Cent. 50 Cent, he walk up to her and like, as she said.
She didn't praise 50 Cent. She said she would not diagnose or engage with anything about him unless he's there and they can go back and forth. That's what she said. And they're mad because they want 50 Cent to be dragged. But I do take their point. It's a good point, except they're misrepresenting what she said. if she said 50 was a good guy and he's not low frequency, low vibrational, or whatever, low whatever, then sure you could drag her. She never said that. She just said she wouldn't do it.
And he was like, "You're amazing," or whatever. We know how the game go, but she wouldn't say nothing bad about 50 Cent because that opportunity might not be gone yet. But when the opportunity with 50 is gone, she'll be calling him low vibrational and all that. Because I don't think she really like men. I think she like women. Because I've seen some evidence of that. Now this is what I said, I think. But women who run through men that she's with and she say she like, have you heard some of the stuff she said she did to the men that she was in relationships with?
No.
Yeah, I knew you didn't know that. I've watched that lady since I was on the show with her a long time ago. I was on the show with her with one of my homeboys, Zoe Williams. He had a show. And
If she gave
that
him
lady,
a
if her real story
jump
came out, she would be a farce, I believe. I don't think she's a doctor, and I'm putting it out there. I don't think she's a doctor. If I am, show me where you got your doctorate, and I would love to talk to some of your colleagues.
But I think that's not necessarily in that case.
He's hurt. It's obvious he's hurt.
He's no
That-
need to be worried about
the
nobody's
fact that he said,
doctor.
"I've been watching her."
Yes, whenever this
He's
was.
obsessed.
Keep watching.
He don't need to worry about doctors. He needs
He's
to worry
a-
about tailors.
He's a stan. He's getting progressively more upset because he can't get close to
Personal stylist,
And the
estheticians,
Yeah.
dental hygienists.
It's like the more that he spoke, the more that he heard himself and heard how silly he sounded, and he kept trying to change directions.
Yeah,
and
couldn't
find
do it.
reasons that
Couldn't
nothing
do it.
landed.
No.
He's spiraling.
He's a fan. He's a fan.
She's good. She's good. She's good. And what about
What
it?
does that
She's
have to do
running
with
through
anything?
men.
Right.
And what does that have
Y'all
to do
run
with
through
anything?
women.
Exactly.
She have vibrational.
So she's got the sauce.
They hate it when women do men things.
Yeah.
Okay, so how you feel, because I think that's just her direction that she wants to go. I do call Cap.
This line is saying she a doctor.
Pause it.
That's a stage name.
No, it's not. You don't know that. But Cam Newton wants to be the middleman, the one who's like, well, let's not do that. But he wants to drag too, because he's her.
Oh,
He's
he
her
felt her.
too.
Show how
So-
he felt that day.
But he understands enough about optics to pretend that he's not dragging, but then goes right into it. It is weird. A stage name, go shut up.
For all, even if she's not, are you gonna? She's made some great points. She's made some points that I would say in this world of content, she has provoked thought.
Give me a great thought, she said.
Well, low vibrational. Whether
That's
it's
a word.
if it's true or not, broken homes, whether it's true or not, this is something going back to influence. She has been influential in creating a narrative about high functioning men, low
Positive.
vibrational action.
Further, the fact that you think that that broken homes is just a talking point, girl, you are creating broken homes. Like point blank
Literal
period. Like
broken home in real time.
you're currently in the process of creating.
And I think he's trying to say that basically, oh well, she was able to get people's attention. Like he's not even saying like whether or not she gave anything of
Exactly.
substance.
Exactly.
She was able to get people to
Yeah.
adopt her mindset.
Oh girl, I forgot someone. I was about to go. I promise you, the way I was about to run. I zone out when I go live, like I zone in. Things be moving around. It's probably where I live. Like
You're doing a great job, Nat. Thank you.
Good job.
That's funny.
Okay, you ready?
wait,
And that right
I just want to. This is my fear, right? Of getting to a point where I think that I sound smart, like you know what I'm saying, like wise and measured, but really, like seriously, like this is what pride creates.
yeah.
Yes.
Like just because you have money or you played sports or you have a platform, you think that you're wise enough to offer any kind of advice or even have a platform to talk about anything because they're not talking about anything. They're like they're not talking about anything, and all they're doing is like, I don't know.
Trying to disparage a
Yes.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I agree with you so much, Alicia.
Okay.
Listening to them is like, I wish I would have the audacity.
Mhm.
Like, like.
If I had a monitor,
Just a
my life would go completely different.
Just to sit there and know, like you're babbling. You also said this. You pointed out that I was going to describe his outfit, but that's a lot happening. So Corey guy, he was talking, and I think he kept catching himself going in a weird direction, and he keeps trying to change it. So like he's not thinking before he's talking and then thinking. His mind is catching up with what he's saying. And it's just like this jumbled mess of like just random words shoved together. Yeah, good catch, obviously, but yeah, I was like, ugh. I wish I would.
To not speak. It's okay to not have an opinion.
Yeah.
And to keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yeah, and they probably should.
I was talking on the
Nah.
why.
Mhm.
Ice cream.
Hot chocolate.
All right, go ahead.
There may not be truth in my world or your world, and I don't get to dictate that. Unfair and unjust, yes. But when that clip goes, nobody's going to watch the 2 hours and even peep the 50 Cent situation. They're going to see
I saw it.
on Spiritual Word. They're going to see it on Shade Room. They're going to see it on this platform, that platform, and everybody going to creator hack, as they will call it in YouTube world. And then they're going to speak on Dr. Bryant calls out Cam Newton and Nick Cannon.
It was some bullshit.
But that you don't get the right to say that, because in all cases, we've seen when you say the truth, oh, that nigga ain't nothing but bitter.
Wait,
Oh, that nigga hate.
You know what? The fact that we are not paying attention and we don't have to,
I'm
because
so
they're not saying
sorry.
anything.
I am so sorry.
No. I was trying to. They're not saying anything.
I was trying to.
They're not. No. They're not. Like
They're not.
Cam Newton is.
And
Two no,
just
just
empty.
said exactly.
Just empty.
Wait, yeah.
Nothing
Sorry.
under those hats.
No.
Nothing.
Maybe that'll help. If they're talking fast.
Gallon head.
Yelling hats.
That's
Full
right.
full it up.
Remember, there's one mic, so it all comes in.
Sorry. I thought it was off because we were watching the thing.
Oh,
Ready? Here we
yeah.
go.
And the truth of the matter is this: when I go back home, because it was me that was used in that, I'm still in the same situation. If anything, it has brought my situation closer because we're able to talk about that.
But you hit her upside the head with the 50 Cent thing. He was like,
And
see this? And she would not exhaust that resource because she still wants to see what she can work out of that.
I didn't know. So when I asked her that question, I didn't know, but I was just reaching for any person that I'm saying to myself, okay, cool. Well, every person that has had a child and that is not with that person has created a broken home. So I'm like,
So now
Yes, you're correct. But yeah, that's the whole point. The fact that he was getting props for doing something thoughtful to catch her in a trap, and he didn't realize it. It's like, I didn't even know. You just threw out a random black name. That's a problem. The fact that you can just find a random black celebrity and throw out the name and they're a problem too is the problem. But the fact that you didn't realize you just disabused him of any notion that he had, that you were being logical or thoughtful or caring and trying to trap her is wild. Because he's like giving you props. You whacked her over the head with this, with violent, right? But he didn't do none of that. He was just asking about random celebrities to get her to say if they were or were not. That was all he was doing. It wasn't thoughtful. Anyway, I just,
And it's should be common knowledge at this point that professionals don't talk about their clients.
yeah, because she didn't talk about anybody else but Nick Cannon on the show with Nick Cannon. She was
Yes.
talking about Cam with Cam. Why
Yes.
would she
Do
talk
that.
about anybody
Why would
else?
she? That is a whole case file. Like what?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Anybody too? I can't. Say
Ooh
that.
wee.
that's trash.
like, yo, a person who I admire, I'm like, yo,
Because
Curtis
she ain't
Jack-
got no kid.
but
Let me tell you why you ain't got no kid. Because you can't make a kid with the person you with, can you?
Positive.
Don't get mad at me if I'm telling the truth now.
Yeah, all right. Let's say she's with a woman. Didn't you say she ran through a bunch of men?
Right?
So if she wanted a
She
child,
wanted a child.
She could have had a child.
no, they're mad because they want to say like,
That's- I
you are
know.
ugly. You could. They can't do it.
Yep.
They can't do it. So now she's gay.
Yep.
And even if she's gay, you said she
So
got to a bunch
She
of
got the
men.
best of both worlds. She got the best of all worlds.
So,
Right?
so he is bitter, he is mad, he is pissed, and they would have dragged this woman if she was not the image of their preference, right? Because she is, they don't know what to do with it. I degenerated from the scene.
I need you to snap that. Snag that image. Snag Chica or Jigglypuff. Snag that image of him, please. Yeah, make it big. Make it big.
Okay, let's see.
That one,
The other one, the one with
This
the
one?
one person, yes.
snag that
Screen,
picture.
snag that picture right there, clown. Clown and
But
pink.
Oh. That zoot suit.
That's gonna be Chica's new profile.
Zoot suit.
I ain't saying this is a fact, but I'm saying.
But you can't say that, though.
People who know you put your business out there, ma'am. So most people don't know. The average civilian don't know. But people who know you know who that girl is who you call your security. I'm just putting it out there with pleasure.
Can we move on, or you want to still stay here?
Get it. Let's go somewhere else.
Say this. In your opinion, last thing on this, though, but I'm like, this is my truth to this, and this is my last take on Dr. Bryant. I think she came here and she used the platform for what it was intended for her to do. So much so, I don't even think prior to her coming on this platform, she had 1 million followers on Instagram.
bitter, 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 bitter.
He is all. They are all up and through her social
The thing though
media.
is, he is so dumb that he does not understand. He is trying to play the I like her, I'm not mad at her, I'm good, this is objective. But like his mask slips. And it slips so bad that anyone with any brain cell, just one working, one neutron, like you figure it out immediately. Like this man is trash. He hates her, he wants to drag her, but he's at least attempting objectivity, neutrality. He can't do it.
No.
The mask slips off. She got more subscribers. Yeah, you're trash. You got dragged. What about it?
Like he's literally trying to say I made her.
Back.
Like without
No.
me, she would not be.
Oh no, that's literally he's gonna double down now. Like, yeah.
That's a Snapple fact.
Mhm.
The only reason why only reason why she came here is because, I really want to have thought-provoking conversations. And in some of those conversations, I don't get to choose where I'm just always talking and saying like, yo, bro, well, I don't think what you're doing is right. Some of that is, yeah, bro, what you're doing is wrong. So I took the risk and said, when I sent over, the truth is this, when I sent over her name to talent at Iconic Saga, everybody's like, who?
Right. You blew her up.
I'm not saying that.
No, it's a fact.
I'm not
You are
listen to what I'm
saying
saying. I'm not saying that.
Get that picture too.
Yes.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't know
Amazing.
who she was. Why is that important?
Right.
Not.
It's not.
It's really not.
It's not. They can't have her.
It's a shame. They really think that they're convincing. Like they really think like
That is the wild card. The whole thing is made of glass, girl.
Glass.
I blew her up. What I am saying is she's definitely maximized, not from the Nick Cannon, because not a lot of people seen that. But when you came on my platform and you spoke how you spoke, whether I believed in it or not, or whether you believed in it wholeheartedly or not, it has elevated you in this realm of go sis,
What?
less impact, keep these, in check. And all I'm saying is, okay, she's from Cam Newton's Funky Friday. She's went on to be Simone. She's went on to other situations. I'm not mad at that.
B. Simone, ain't that the girl who stole the book?
Who?
Yeah.
B. Simone.
I don't know.
She stole
all
the book.
She stole the book.
All these.
He's
Do you know
in
about that?
competition. He's
Oh.
in competition with these women. It's very clear he's in competition.
Constantly.
But B. Simone did allegedly steal a book, copyright infringement.
Oh my god.
Just copied someone's book and resold it with their name on it, allegedly.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. That was really bad. That was really bad. But she manifested her dreams. Because that was the book. It was like a manifestation book or something.
Oh my God, she started having people pay to be her close friends on Instagram to watch something, and then someone passed,
Yeah.
and she was making money from the past and by going on her close friends to
To
talk
cry.
about it and cry. But it's something you have to pay for, so it was very uncouth.
Ooh.
Capitalism.
Yeah, that's
Don't you love it?
She stole a book and told y'all she's gonna tell y'all how to manifest.
And did she
That's
book
the
again?
American way.
The manifest girl has got y'all in a chokehold. Yeah.
Empower me.
She stole the book. She claimed the book that wasn't hers, that somebody else wrote. You really don't know about this?
I straight face, right hand to God. I don't know.
It ain't hard to find.
Say less, and I will. But in this particular situation, I'm
You
like,
want to know
yo,
something too? I don't know if this is meant to be acting, but Cam Newton does not like him. The energy I get is like very dismissive. It's very like, you know how when we when we talk, we actually hear what I was saying. It's very like next.
Right.
It's like,
See that setup?
Yeah.
He's trying to
Moving
get intellectual.
he is trying to. He is just getting into
And he came in there looking like the Tin Man from the Wiz. He's not working with what he's trying to do.
Cam thinks he's dumb and that's wild. That
Imagine.
is no. Yeah, I'm good.
done my job, and you've done your job to impact and elevate. So when I had mentioned, this is what I was saying. When I had mentioned the Curtis Jackson, the 50 Cent, at the time she Euroed out of it. I didn't know she was potentially trying to work with.
Look, we saw it, brother. There are people who ain't looking with that average eye. There are people who watching every word
Not
come out of your
average.
mouth, my mouth.
He said, "Open your third eye," because I don't know how you know. Whatever. Dr. Bryant definitely said she's working with 50. She said it to you.
Verbatim.
Like, I don't know what you mean. I didn't know she was working with. Maybe you learned after she told you if you were listening, but you were too caught up in your own questions, your own aesthetics.
Crazy.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time.
I saw her squirm when you put the question on her about who 50 Cent was. She came at you like she came at you, but she wouldn't dare say that about 50 Cent because she hasn't exhausted that resource yet. That's the only reason she wouldn't say nothing about it. She went as far as to say, if he was on your show, then I would talk to him. Yeah, right. You're not going to exhaust the resource until you squeeze it out. After you get through
Okay,
squeezing it
pause.
out, then you would talk crazy.
So you're just making stuff up now.
Yes.
She said if he was here, I would. You can't say she wouldn't. Like, how are you going? She literally told you, I don't do that. If she's here.
And if this is about desperation, right? If he's basically saying like she's only doing this stuff to make a name for herself or whatever, what does that say about the people that are allowing her to come and talk to them like this?
No, they just want to have conversation. That's why he's dying right now talking to this degenerate man. He thinks the man is degenerate. Little do we know, we all see them as exactly the same. Because he's ragging him, like giving the side eye, the negative energy, the standoffish energy. It's like, girl, y'all are both trash. Like, I don't, y'all in the same dumpster. Like,
not the same dumpster. I'm in one corner, you're in that.
yeah, like, the same dumpster going to the same trash heap. Like, everybody got time.
Crazy about him or anybody else. I saw it, bro. I'm telling you, I hadn't seen the whole episode, but because it became something to talk about, I sat and watched it. I was like, okay. Then at the end, when you got her, because you reversed it, you asked her, well, is 50 Cent like that? She would not say a disparaging word about the brother because she a hustler, Dr. Alleged Bryant. She a hustler,
I think
dog.
it's alleged
I'm just saying, man, people get mad at me. It happens, but in the long run, when people study what you say, they're gonna be like, oh, they was right there. It's just trendy. For the trendy people, you ain't right. What's the sister name who went on tour and had to cancel the tour? One of the wretched female rappers. Damn, I can't think of her name. What is it? Sexy Red. Let me tell you something. On the internet, it's easy to press like. On the internet, it's easy to do things to blow up. But in the real world, are people finna waste their time and resources to come see what you're talking about? No, they're not. You're an internet star. And ain't nothing wrong with being an internet star. You might turn it into some money. But I'm talking about for the long run, to not be a
We can
trend.
change now. We can go to the next video because ain't nobody got time.
You don't have to go.
Yeah. The thing is, I do agree with him that there's a distinction between internet stuff. It's very easy to click a button, click a like, write a comment. Those are not like fans. So like the sex ed tour, I actually agree the assessment like people probably like you being out there showing yourself, being degenerate or whatever, but will they support you?
Right.
When at the end of the day, will they come to your show? Will they buy your lipstick that is named after STIs? Right? They're not. And so I think sex ed is going through a kind of rude awakening, but probably not. Like maybe that is actually who she is and she's not playing it up for the camera. But that's the only sensible thing that he said. Now, final thoughts here before we go to the next video, the last video, because we've been on for almost 2 hours.
Oh, really?
It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. And again, we were trying to give y'all an hour, so we need to get to the next one quick. All right, final thoughts.
I just think that it's interesting because at the end of the day, it's really just about their hatred of women. Like whether you're a doctor, oh, prove to me that you're a doctor. And, you know, whatever happens in your personal life determines really your connection to men, determines your worth and your value. And the fact that they think that they have any authority to ask her for anything, to like,
Yeah, that's wild.
because if you didn't know that she was a certified doctor, why would you bring someone onto your show? Like that
You should have
doesn't
done
make
the due diligence
exactly. So
before you got dragged.
it's like now it's an issue. Like so that's all I want to say. It's just like y'all hate women. Next.
Period.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ah,
No,
well,
Okay.
No jumps.
she summarized it.
All right.
Orangeville wants to know whose place this is.
We did no ones.
And,
We're literally in space. With space nignogs.
good.
Yeah.
Do you believe in monogamy?
Yes.
Do you practice monogamy?
Yes.
Right. So you could be with one person.
I can. I mean, I understand the conversation around polygamy. I think, you know, I was talking to my father about this idea that men are held to a higher degree because we have more responsibility.
Mhm.
You understand what we're
Positive.
supposed to take?
Where? Y'all, actually, this is actually a problem for me. This has been a problem for me. People keep saying this, like men are protectors, women need men, blah, 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 blah. Why? Where and why? Where are you having responsibility? What are men's responsibilities in today's society?
Oh, you asked me?
Yeah. Is
Female.
there a man who has more responsibility? Are men expected to have more responsibility than women generally?
Yes, Themis, they're expected to build infrastructure and die for you.
I say no.
I'm glad you said that. There is one, the draft.
I was about
When
to
was
say,
the last draft?
oh gosh.
Google it. We can let's Google it so none of us
I
is
said I don't want
wrong.
to do that no more.
When was the last draft in the US? I should have just asked, but I don't want my phone to talk to me. The last draft was in 1985. This is the last Dragon draft. This is a movie.
Oh, I'm like, what? I was like 85.
Last final draft called December 7th, 1972.
Ooh, 72. Wow.
Where are men being drafted now?
Are men being drafted now?
Yeah.
No.
The fact is, and this is the only reason I asked you, the only reason I pointed it out is the only legitimate claim is that men go to war. Women go to war too.
Yes.
Yep.
The fact is, we're not in a world where men are doing anything that women aren't able to do. And men, by and large, in a certain community, are sitting up online making podcasts. They're not building infrastructure.
Look away.
Like, it's not happening. So, like, people are like, oh, no, like, the average man isn't doing, like, the average man doesn't have more responsibility than the average woman. That's not a thing. And the fact that people, what's his 18, 17, 20 keys? What's his name?
19.
19 keys. the fact that he's like, oh, men have they adopted the notion of patriarchy about men's role without actually performing it, and then in theory it's there, but in practice it's not, and then they just they want you to accept the theory and not the practice. In practice, you don't show up for your kids, you don't pay child support, you're not marrying anyone, you're not caring for anyone, you're not caring for any community. The only responsibility you have is killing the children, killing the mother, and killing each other. Like the fact. I don't like this. I don't like this. You don't have any responsibility. And if you do, you don't follow through with them. So,
which is why they're trying to roll things back to the good old days.
right?
Saying, what did you say they said? Women come home. What home? You haven't built any infrastructure.
Women come home.
Don't
They don't come home because they're always there. Women are in the
Well,
home.
women can't be a leader. Women can't be a leader, so why are you in her home? Like you want to go to her house and be the leader. Maybe Orange Pill, hey, love the change, but maybe you were right in that women with homes shouldn't be dating. Like, if you have a home,
protect yourselves. Don't
protect
buy
your
a house.
homes.
Don't buy
Do
a house.
not give them shelter.
But it is toughest season. Watch out.
Right? It attracts
Watch
the wrong
out.
things.
It is. Like today we were walking out in the fall and the leaves were changing and it was so romantic. Don't get trapped. Keep your guard up. Be alert. This is not the time.
Don't let them in. If you let them in, don't give them a key
Ever.
to your car or your house.
Ever.
Don't let them in. Throw the things outside. No, stop.
I'm trying to give grace for the sisters that are struggling. You know.
But even this talk about like responsibility, like they keep talking about this responsibility, but it's not really there. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really there. Men are not expected to do anything more than what women are expected to do, and women are expected to do way more
Yes.
than men ever do. Like, and so for me, it's just like it's just not true. Like, just period.
Okay.
Anyway.
No, it's true.
Become more responsibility. You know, when some of the greatest men I look up to have multiple wives, and I grew up in Oakland, California. I seen a man who had multiple wives and he was a millionaire and things of that nature. So I grew up seeing.
But did he have peace?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't tell you whether he had peace or not. And I can't tell you how successful it was. But what I can tell you is that if the ideas of gay marriage are accepted, then I don't see any issue with the ideas of polygamy being accepted by society. You understand me? We can reconstruct the rules to fit, preference.
I am for polygamy. I am. I don't think a lot of these men deserve women. I don't think they understand what a polygamous society would do. Polygamy, I forgot what's her name, Aisha. She said this on
Aisha Things?
Yeah, on the grapevine. She said this, and I'm quoting her now terribly. Polygamy does not help man.
Nope.
At all. You are not the man that will have the multiple wives. Please note, you are not the man. Maybe they are. But men generally, y'all aren't the men that's going to have multiple wives. I promise you that. And so monogamy allows random everyday men to also be afforded a wife. That is it. You will not have one. Most women will just go for the richest man and they move down. When his quota of 500 wives are met, then he move down, then they move down, then they move down. And most men won't have. I don't know why you think that. The reason there is a negotiation imbalance in the Black community is precisely because there are more Black women than there are Black men. If polygamy was there, a lot of these Black women will be with one man with a bunch of power and bunch of money, and a lot of men won't have women. Your bargaining power goes through the window. The fact that y'all aren't thinking about this is weird. Well, no, it's not. It's exactly what I would expect. All right.
Then why can't you reconstruct the rules to fit preference on this side?
Right.
So I think that number one, I'm just saying that as a statement that it opened the door, right, for all people on how they want to live based on how they want a nation built. Now, when it comes to polygamy, I don't think that 99% of the brothers who think that they're ready for it already, right? Because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say that, one is good for you. You understand me? If you only knew what having multiple women were, you probably wouldn't go for it. Because if you are really agreeing to take on the responsibility of treating this woman in the way that she's supposed to be treated, that is a high degree of responsibility.
It is.
A high degree.
Lord.
But if you don't see them as much value, you can have as many as you want because you don't feel like that's going to be that much of a responsibility. You understand me? So I think that,
Pause it.
you know, I'm not.
This is pop free. Go ahead.
I wanted, because when he said something about they don't want to accommodate the difference, they probably don't. The marriage rates are so bad. There's so much divorce litigation and stuff going. Can you imagine a divorce in a polygamous? Can you imagine the mess? The children, the alimony, the child support, the dividing of assets.
When people say like you should treat women well and it's a high level of blah blah blah, ask them how. Because a lot of these women are being subservient to these men and like at their beck and call, right? And so I want to know how outside of providing financially. And they never are able to tell you that in like any practical terms. Hold her emotion, tuck her between the beats of your heart. Like that's the kind of vibe they gonna give you. No. Continue. You can continue, sorry.
No?
I'm not against it. I'm not. I think that most men in America are not against polygamy. I think the idea is ideal.
But
Because imagination, we think as multiple women, man, it sounds like heaven.
it does. But even then, from the woman's standpoint, it's like, okay, you can have multiple girls, so can I have multiple men?
No, because let's say you get pregnant by one man. You understand what the other man supposed to do?
Mm.
What we supposed to do? We just sit around and just wait 9 months till it's our time. You know what I'm saying? We're that I think
Wait,
that
I'm
gender
confused what
roles
the
are
question is,
prescribed by
though.
nature,
He's
not
saying-
man.
He's saying if she gets pregnant with another man's baby, what is the man? So basically, like,
What is
he has nothing to do with it.
And then he said,
No, I thought it was like a sexual question. Like,
then he said, wait 9 months until it's my turn.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Like,
Can you rewind
these
it?
are
Just
not
run it
good
back a little.
people.
They never.
But you
make
know,
sense
he
to me.
thinks he's like very pure and everything. So maybe he's saying like you can't have sex with her when she's pregnant with another man's baby.
But then even looking at her as like your turn, like when a person is getting ready to give birth, there's so many things for you to do. So many ways to be helpful and to be a good partner that don't include your penis. And so for me, I'm just like, why is it always about like
You getting to gratify yourself with the woman's
yeah,
body.
what if she just wants to do her time? Like
Yes.
polygamy for you is you getting all your needs
Right.
met. Polygamy for her should be her getting all her
Right.
needs met. Shut up.
Mhm.
Like ain't nobody care.
I'm not against it. I'm not. I think that most men in America are not against polygamy. I think the idea is ideal.
But
Because imagination, we think as multiple women, man, it sounds like heaven.
It does. But even then, from the woman's standpoint, it's like, okay, you can have multiple girls, so can I have multiple men?
No, because let's say you get pregnant by one man. You understand what the other man supposed to do?
Mm.
What we supposed to do? We just sit around and just wait 9 months till it's our time. You know what I'm saying? I think that gender roles are prescribed by nature, not man.
Mm.
Right? Nature shows us what's possible and what's not possible. Right? And then you build on based on what our nature is. Right? Feminine, masculine. You have a womb, I don't. Right? So we're automatically going to have different levels of responsibility. Right? The woman, when she has a child, she has a different level of responsibility than a man.
Mhm.
Because what
Pause.
she pours into that child.
And
Who has more responsibility now? Please remember his opening about men have more responsibility. You said women have a womb, so they have more responsibility when
a
it suits
different
you.
level.
When it suits you, women have more responsibility. But when you open because you want to be degenerate, men have more responsibility. Shut up. Shut up.
How are they even
Just
gonna?
contradicting yourself in the same paragraph. Like we're not even a page deep into this
The
essay.
responsibility of the woman when you're having a baby. I need to eat well. I need to get rest.
Yeah, but no, without,
You have to take me to the doctor.
Yeah, I have to go to the doctor.
without even outlining them, he's telling you that women have more responsibility. But in the beginning, he said men had more responsibility. Or what is the truth, and why are you doing this? You only argue when you argue a point the way you do when it serves your benefit. And so someone like you don't have a principle.
Yes.
Don't know who this Keith's person is. Don't care. It could be Alicia Keith's brother for all I care. I don't know him. So I'm not judging him, but it's trash to make arguments this way. Like when you're having
Name 19, last name Keys.
no.
Where are they learning how to be a polygamous provider when they can't take care of themselves? That's a. They jump all the way to.
No. Because having multiple women is having multiple people to care for you.
Yes.
So they don't have to learn. In their mind, all of these women will cater to them.
Yeah.
As long as they provide money.
Yeah. Well, for them, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So like a woman cooking is not even really about the man's satisfaction. It's about her being the healer in the household.
Yes.
Right? When the child gets sick, she got to send them to the doctor for some Robitussin or some Tylenol. She
Why
don't
can't
know
he
how to
do
whip
it?
up the proper
Wait,
herbs.
sorry.
You don't send them to the doctor for Robitussin.
You go. This is they don't need children. Like this is.
No, but so,
How are you leading and don't know?
This
something?
is why they don't feed on the teachers
No.
or any of the.
this is also weaponized incompetence too. Because you can do this.
Yeah.
This is work you can do. But you want to make it nature creates roles. And the role is when the child is sick, the mother should be the healer. You take the child to the hospital.
I'm gonna
What
cut
happened to
all
you?
of that. The mother
happened
is
to
supposed
you?
to do all the grunt work. The mother's
Yeah.
supposed to do all the busy work. The mother's supposed to do all the running around and the prepping and stuff. He's supposed to float in and sit down and put the blanket on if he wants it on his knees. And then when he gets up, he leaves it and she comes and folds it.
Oh.
She's supposed to clean the bathroom.
I'm so
She's
sorry,
supposed to
Themis, for
do
not
that.
having your plate ready.
Yeah, yes, yeah, your
Now,
plate
now I
ready.
understand.
It's supposed to be
Let me-
rolling in
let
the
me
eye.
Let me drag these people. Let me drag these people. Let me drag them real quick. So we had
Fail.
The provider.
we had someone come over to make us brunch, right? And they're like, but I was out, I have to go provide. So like I was out. I said, okay, leave me a plate when I come back. Leave me a plate when I come back. Because there's a chef. There are two chefs in here like making us food or whatever. I go out to go get what I need to get. I come back. I said, hey, just leave me a plate in the refrigerator. I come home. There is stacks of food, chicken, a bunch of food in there, and I was like, "Oh, where's my plate?" I had to make my own.
Excuse me, pardon me. You must have been listening Friday. We're done. We're done.
But you ate. You ate.
Girl, I was stressed. All right, I will remember this. The next time y'all visit, there will be no food.
Tuna.
The patriarchal bargain is that I should provide and you make the food. Where's my? I'm kidding. It's fine. Girl, I went in that. I saw foil papers. I saw no plates. Not a plate inside.
You know what the problem is, is you don't have a hat.
I
We didn't recognize, we didn't understand. You need the patriarchal hat.
Right?
Drop a one if you would make my. I'm kidding. So we need to switch
Don't
people
get
out.
to start
We
talking
need
crazy.
to.
Don't get to me. Listen.
That's fun.
Right? In order to get that child back to health. She see, back in the day, the woman had the knowledge of those things in the household. So now we have pharmakia in the household, right? We have a healer, we have a nurturer. So man takes on those attributes of a good woman and things that they are for him specifically, but it's for the family. Right. So that role that she plays in the family as she's gearing that child up is key. And a woman can't be, a high value woman is gonna be intelligent, right? You get a dumb woman, you can't do nothing with her because how can she help you if she doesn't know anything? Now, your job as a man is to be a proper educator. What you pour into that woman, she gonna pour into that child. That's your future generation.
An educator, but you gonna take the kid to the doctor for Robitussin? How does that work? Wait, she's supposed to be intelligent. She's a high value woman, but he's supposed what?
But he's supposed to be educating her.
How?
In what? What is she supposed to know and not know when she comes?
Wait, because she's the
What is she supposed to
She's
do?
the healer. She's the healer and knows what to do with the house. What is he teaching her?
What? I need the rules. They have to spell it out for me like I'm 5. What am I supposed to know and not know?
So you don't want a dumb woman, using air quotes, but then you want to be able to teach someone some things, but you need a smart woman. It's just like nothing you're saying makes sense.
You're supposed to be a neuroscientist, but you're supposed to let them teach you.
Yes.
What were we?
That's
That's
it.
us. We were watching something and we were talking about how the person had to dumb themselves down.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
that's
exactly
exact-
it.
I'm not going to say what, but yeah.
You're supposed to be really
What we were
smart,
watching.
but not too smart. And also let him feel
He
like
should
he's
be
smarter than
teaching
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm guessing you should be teaching each other, period.
Yeah, sure.
The fact that you think you should be teaching, like, a role of a man is to teach a woman is a wow. Period.
And yeah, we're supposed to know everything to run the house.
But you're going to take your child to the doctor to get
Robitussin.
That's embarrassing.
Very.
Generations to come.
The two things. I heard them
Yes. So these are the responsibilities that coincide with each other. So now, not only you teaching one woman, you got to teach multiple women. If you got multiple women,
Mhm.
you got to grow multiple women. You have to tend to multiple emotions, right? You know how much work that is. If you got just employees, you can understand that.
Right.
If you got to deal with, you got to sit down. Everybody got to come in. You got to deal with human resource issues. Talk to them. All right, what's your feelings? What you got going on today? You drain by the end of the day.
Train.
Not only that, you gotta have sex with them to, make sure that you
No, you
stimulating them properly.
Correct.
This is a lot of responsibility. But most men only think about the part, man. I'm
The
sit
sex.
back, one rubbing my feet, one massaging my shoulders. You feel me? I'm in
He
heaven. I
only
might have
think
another
about
one
the
serving me
sex.
some
Mhm.
tea or something,
That's
maybe
right.
some
Some grapes.
It sounds really good because you don't think about your responsibility.
Right. And it's a lot that goes into it. And not even to mention ego
Oh, man.
in that. You got, let's eliminate the woman, the man, the human,
Yeah.
right? Ego is real.
Oh, so-
Go ahead
Oh,
and
you do-
eliminate the woman.
Yes,
I feel like
then you get together.
Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yes. Eliminate the women and you men get together.
Let's skip the filler. Let's
Period.
get to the.
Period.
Well,
Look at him.
that's it.
Okay. Yes.
Notice how we said let's eliminate the woman. Let's talk to the man,
Mhm.
the human.
Wow.
But go back. I hope that's not what
Screenshot
happened.
that though.
Wait,
Dang it.
didn't hear what she said.
Oh,
Please, please make it big.
Make it big.
Y'all capture this one. Capture this one. Just dumb.
PL said that's what Monique said. Beyonce said some foolishness like that too. Cause I was stressed. I was fighting people online for the Queen Bee for a while. I said Jay-Z
Okay.
blew her up. I was like, yeah, she.
I think that's far enough, honestly.
And not even to mention ego
Oh, man.
in that. You got, let's eliminate the woman, the man, the human,
Yeah.
right? Ego is real.
Oh, so-
Oh, you doing this with her?
Make it big.
That is wild.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's eliminate the woman, the
You
man,
know what to
the
do.
human. Maybe, but he didn't exclude women from humanity, right?
Yes,
Like there's a way to
He
interpret
really
that.
said, let's eliminate the women. Let's talk about the man, comma, the human. That's
Because in the way the sentence is structured does indicate that the woman isn't
yeah.
human.
yes.
Yeah. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. God, I'm trying. God, these brain cells ain't working for you. Yeah, no. Yeah, he said what he said.
He said what he said. And this is perfect. Right here. That, yes.
The
Sassy.
human.
Sassy.
Her. Why I don't go to the movies? You took me to see the quick movie. I wanted to see the long movie. You stay at home. Like, man, it's a lot.
Sound like a lot of experience.
Yeah, you said that. Listen, I've been around the block a couple times.
Very
You know what I'm saying?
specific.
I'm parked right now, happily parked. But at the end of the day, bro, man, I search for peace.
Yeah.
Right now, where I'm at 33.
That's another key. A woman
Wait,
that can
pause.
provide
He's
peace.
Oh, my
only
Lord.
33. I feel like I know this.
Who's only
Yeah,
33?
Cam's younger.
That's wild. Yeah.
Who's only
Little bit
33? Who?
Cam.
He said he's 33.
I thought he was like 40, a good 42.
I thought he was
No,
older.
I remember he was when he didn't look like that. I mean, he had the same
Mhm.
face, but remember he didn't have the dreads
hair,
and all of that. He was a young man
Mhm.
coming up doing his thing.
Mhm. Also, his impersonations of women are just so
It's-
hateful.
Yeah.
It's so ugly.
It also the I don't like saying this because whatever, but it feels like there's like a strong sense of jealousy.
Something happened with him. I mean, I'm not saying I know for certain, but the way he talks about and relates to it is it's this bitterness. And I really think it has to do with his first baby mom that he had all the kids with. I think with him being younger, is she a little older? Isn't she a little older? Not a whole lot. She might be a little older than him. But whatever happened there, I think did something with him where it's like,
Louder.
He does not look 33.
Mm-mm.
That's great.
Good catch, by the way, Knack, on that human thing.
Yeah.
Lord, I'm a black man in America. I'm fighting the world as soon as I step outside my house. You know what I
Ain't
mean?
nobody got time for that.
A black man in America.
A black man in America.
A black man. I'm sorry, not woman.
He
A
wish.
black man in America.
Y'all want alcohol?
yes.
Yes.
That bird scared me.
Yes. Bring the big bottle of wine.
Well, you can have.
Yes, I'll drink the wine. Huh? Oh, really?
We can.
Really?
I guess not.
Put it under the
If it's in the
table.
glass.
Y'all need to love is blind.
Right.
Chopsticks.
No, we don't need to do
We're
that.
gonna let y'all marinate on
Yes.
ham.
Wait, what's happening?
I think we're having a.
I can
We're
see
gonna
what's
drink.
happening.
Yes.
As a
I don't
black
want to
man-
see it.
As a black man in America took me out. Like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm gonna go get it. I just
Okay.
need to come put this.
See, another black man not providing.
Oh.
I want what you have, Stevens.
Huh?
I want what you have.
Be careful.
What do you want, Alicia?
We have Riesling, classic lime, and then is that strawberry? That's
I'll do strawberry.
Thank
you.
It smells good.
It smells fun. Strawberry does smell fun. I like that.
I would ask you, Jamal, but I know you don't drink. I'm
I was so confused.
I'll do strawberry too, since it's strawberry since it's already open.
Not the quiet time.
So we hope you all are enjoying your Sunday. Thank you for joining us for this live.
This is classy.
Oh, where did those come from?
Classy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Jamal, you're really nice.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Aw.
Oh, we probably should wait to cheer.
It's a break time. Everyone get your snack. Did you say coffee, water, tea?
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't say it.
He did.
Okay.
You said coffee, water, tea?
Well, take this opportunity to re-up on your coffee, watch your tea.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna start the hot chocolate.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, we're back.
Thank you. It's gonna be delightful.
Yeah, I can't say you haven't seen me serve others.
I can't fight the world and then come back in the house and fight you too.
That's a fact.
That's what one situation. Let alone you have other
That's fine.
situations. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the black man.
He think he what was that man name that was talking to Nikki?
Jonathan Luther King.
No, Nikki. Remember that was talking to Nikki Giovanni? Yeah.
Oh,
And like James Baldwin.
James Baldwin. Yeah.
no, but we need to let this die. Because I think black people, we have aggression aimed at us, just generally. It's not just a black man thing, right? It's a black people thing. And so, to the extent you want peace, you need to provide it. Like, you don't just come home and women should provide you peace. No, she also needs peace. If you're not providing it, war zone outside, war zone inside, girl. It's a war zone.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. And I also don't like it being used as an excuse to like date out, because I would have been fine with it, except you treat them also like trash. You leave them able to single mothers too. And so it's like, You are the problem.
Mhm.
And then when black women do the same thing, the same result isn't there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to give grace to like we need peace,
Mm-hmm.
but you now have to create your own peace.
What they really mean is let me walk all over you. Let me do what I want without any pushback or correction.
Mhm.
Like it's not about create a peaceful environment. It's like,
Mhm.
no, be passive.
Mhm.
You know?
And when was the last time the fighting thing is annoying because it's like being abused and discarded is different than fighting. You're not actively pushing back against it.
Right.
Whatever. It's
No,
fine.
I agree with you, especially in choosing that word. Like I'm going out and fighting the world.
Yeah.
You're surviving. There's no fighting. Like because even if we're saying that, as black men, since that's what he wanted to say, I'm a black man in America. Most days we go out and we're just trying to keep our jobs to survive. It's
And
not like
survive. And
and
get to work and get home.
yeah, exactly. And that same thing, if you're married or in a relationship, whether you're it's a black woman or not,
Mhm.
that woman is doing the same thing, trying to survive in this. There's no fighting. Like
Yeah.
we're not fighting and tearing down regimes or anything like that. We're going.
Like
We're
rebuilding
right.
infrastructure.
We are literally like we're going to help sustain
Mhm.
the terrible system that we're all struggling in. Like that is it's. I mean,
Literally.
there may be some people actually going out to try to, tear down the patriarchy and the
Mhm.
capitalism and all the things, but that word, I think that idea of fighting
Mhm.
the machine or fighting whatever is like pride inducing.
Mhm.
Instead of realizing like, oh, maybe you had a hard day too. Let's just order pizza and just eat ice cream together
Right.
and just like share our grievances.
Yeah.
Instead of like, no, I've been out there being a man. You need
Why
to do
aren't
stuff.
you cooking my dinner?
Yeah, exactly.
Like why aren't you elevating me? Why aren't you like all day, like even with that conversation all day, I have to go out there with people who I feel less than. So when I come home, your job is to make me feel empowered and like the man.
Mhm.
You know?
My friend said her dusty boyfriend said, "You don't call me king anymore." She's like,
No.
she said, "I've been doing that." She was like, "You don't do kingly things anymore." So there. Oh well.
Yes, that's crazy.
Wild.
You saw that comment?
No.
Bullet Magnet says.
I'm sorry.
Bullet Magnet says, I told y'all Themis is going to King. Wait, who you talking about? Y'all were talking about me.
Talk about your plate, making your plate.
Thank you for being here for 17 months, but that is not kinging. That is asking for the bare minimum. See, this is the problem with women. Remember Tim from Love is Blind? Is it Tim? This is the problem with women. Y'all want us to take you serious. Like, girl, where did that animosity come from?
You an angry person.
Talk to me and Butter.
Talk to Me
Talk
was
to Me
a
was
good
good.
movie with Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Wait, and Bottoms?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about
No.
Bottoms.
That was annoyed me.
What was that about?
Oh, that's a separate
Them
show.
girls.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh my God. I thought he was like, talk to me and Bottoms was like a slur for like.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I think it's two separate movies.
Just give me the-
Sorry, Kenny. We're going to watch Agatha All Along and we're going to binge watch tonight. Cat Williams said, isn't it called self-esteem? Oh, I don't know. I've never seen that. So I don't know the reference. Thank you, Carib and Eat. Love you. Ah.
Man is the most targeted man in the world. You understand?
The
me?
most dangerous man.
The most
too.
dangerous, and that's why he's the most targeted.
Mm.
When we look at every statistic
Okay,
in
boss.
America,
Then you justify being targeted.
Right.
If you're the most dangerous, you should be like.
If you coming home fighting,
You're the problem.
Wait, if you say you're the most, you can't own
That's
that.
it. I know.
How do you own I'm the weird? Yeah, no, I mean, pretty happy Veterans Day. Themis, Army Proud Veteran here. I really did fine. even
Thank
if you
for your
did.
service.
Yes.
Oh God, I was gonna do a Ramses joke, but okay. I'm sorry, I'm drinking. Thank you so much.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
Outside of the joke I was gonna make, thank you. I appreciate your service. Thank you, and to all the veterans, happy pre-Veterans Day.
From crime to prison rates to disease, we at the top. The top, black men specifically. There's no empathy for the black man in the world. There's nobody spreading those statistics saying that, man, we need to help the black man, he in trouble. So when you have a
That
woman
is
that can
literally
get,
all the stats that black men need help. Everything is stats. We costing the government $50 billion, absent father or sick, jail, shooting each other, gang, how we vote. Literally everything.
And when they get help or when help is provided, they don't use it.
To the point where the conversation about the stat is that it's racist because it only points out black men. The fact that you're like, no one cares, no one is talking about it is wild. You can call them racist for talking about it, but everyone is talking
The
about
problem is they're not talking about it in a way that uplifts the black man and lets him be the leader.
The fact that he thinks crime and poverty only affects black men is nasty work when they're committing the crime against the woman.
They want the conversation to be these kings need adequate resources to rule their kingdoms so that their women will submit to them. They all need to have houses, no child support.
Because that's unconstitutional.
Yeah. It's unconstitutional.
give you peace, knowing what you up against, that's heaven for you. And that is heaven. Like man doesn't wait,
Father,
right?
This is a scam. This is a scam. They tell women that, they convince women that, and then tell women that they need to be their peace. That's it. No. Because you're going to be their peace. The fact that you're talking to Cam Newton, who has a woman at home being his peace, his everything, girl, his Barbara the Builder. She's at home, and he's cheating on her right now.
He's not
That's
cheating
wild.
on her because she's just his situation.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not girlfriend. My bad. His situation at home.
And she will have a listening ear for him when he gets back.
You told her how good or bad the other. Never mind. Never mind. Go ahead. Period.
To have heaven when he dies, he makes heaven while he's alive. He has not even made, he builds it. You understand me? And so your relationship you have with your woman can provide you heaven or can provide you hell. Right? And so you need somebody to confine to when you go out from the world. But you having a good woman, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Right? She's helping you vet the world. Yo, you know, so-and-so ain't good for you. Snake, I see how bro move. You understand me? She's sitting in the meeting with you, scoping things out. So you know, the problem with a lot of weak men is they want their woman to
What
remain.
meetings?
I come with you to compliment the deals.
Yes.
Period. I can do for you what Martin did for the people. Man by the man, but the woman keep the...
The man, because he's supposed to educate you.
So you're teaching me how to vet the world and help you vet the world based on how you...
No, but you're supposed to pick them right.
Shout out to you and Samantha, my favorite. Let me move this.
What? Who said that?
Hurry.
Oh.
Don't let a twin flame ever stop you from your future.
Don't do that.
Weak and dumb. You understand me? Because they afraid that if I teach her what I know, she may surpass me. She may feel like she don't need me. But see, a man that is constantly growing is not afraid of teaching his woman everything that he knows. Because he's going to constantly learn and learn more.
Who are they talking about? Who are they talking audience? Because maybe the Newton guy over there can teach you how to play football, I guess. Right? Fine. I mean, this one can teach you, I don't know what he does.
Is it things?
Yeah.
Yeah, something. But who are they talking
He can
to?
open your third eye and decalcify your pineal gland.
Who are these men teaching? Does the average man have stuff to teach the average woman? And I think yes is the answer. Everyone has something to teach. But in the realm of like upward mobility, economically, who are we looking to for what? Are we looking to men to lead women to the promised land of education?
Education and no, not for women.
What are they teaching them? What should men
They're
be
teaching
teaching
them how
women?
to be a woman and a wife,
How
how
to
to
be
take care of a
submissive.
home, how
No,
to
because
submit.
How to
he
be
said,
feminine.
in truth, he said men should teach the woman everything and not be fearful that the woman will surpass them, right? What area are we talking about? Like, I want to know, like,
Me too.
what metric do we have men outperforming women intellectually? Like, in an economy, this economy, I don't see it and I don't understand it, and I feel like they don't ask the right questions.
You're not asking or you're not looking at it from the right way. The woman's faith in the man and letting him lead is going to imbue him with the knowledge, the expertise, and the qualifications
Not the qualification.
to shape and mold her
Come on.
perfectly for their
No,
household.
please.
Period.
Come on, preach. That's you. Break that down. Can't say
That's
three
what's
times.
wrong because we not letting them lead, so they're not picking up the skills that our faith in them would just
Period. They'll be.
give. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to put it on you.
No, that only flips.
Yes.
Because
Osmosis.
It really is.
Wild.
It just not like I'm like, are y'all listening to yourselves?
Of
No.
course not.
No, we're supposed to be listening.
They are
same
not
for
each other's
men.
target audience.
Yes.
In truth, I don't think this is to do anything. I think this is. Sorry, chewing. I think this is to make men feel something and feel valid in their blaming of women for their issues. So, like, it doesn't do anything because if you actually engage with this and you ask him the right questions about what do you mean teach? Teach what? He can only apply that to a very, very small number of men who have something to teach. And Cam don't teach, unless you're going to teach you football, I don't know what Cam's going to have you to teach. Because the fact that he's on here doing this means he's probably running out of money. That's my opinion. Let's move
And
on.
like, what qualifies? Not that you need a reason to have a pot. Like, I'm on one hand, I'm like, yeah, create what you want. But on the other hand, I'm like, why does he think that he's qualified? One, to have a podcast. Two, like, and I don't mean it like,
I mean it.
do what you want to do, create what you want to create. But what he shares is harmful and just empty and like,
Yeah, it's empty.
Dismissive.
yeah,
Yes.
like, and he really thinks that he's that guy. He really thinks like, I'm so wise and I ask these deep questions and
It's because he took a couple of psychology classes. Didn't you listen?
no, that's the problem.
Sociology.
Sociology.
He said, you might be a PhD in psychology, but I too have a bachelor's and undergrad degree in sociology. So I know.
He said I took a couple.
I was about to say, didn't
I
you
have a
take a degree?
bachelor's,
You didn't
but
have
I
to say
also took a
degree.
couple classes.
Oh God, I translate that into degree because that don't make no sense. We can move on. We can move on.
Or and then at some point in time, if not when she comes into the relationship, then she's going to be teaching you things. She's going to be adding things. Yo, babe, you said you wanted to do this. Boom, got the paperwork done. Called up so and so. Now y'all building.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people want to have
Mm-mm.
separation of dreams.
Mm-mm.
No,
You notice how everything she did was about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should build him.
Mhm.
You should be, because then your pride is in your family and the head, you invested in him
Mhm.
so that he could come back and build the infrastructure and house you all within it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you aren't proud of something that's not attributed to him or connected to him, like your degree, like your job, your income, your beauty, how people perceive you, whatever, like that. It's my family,
Mhm.
my king,
Mm-hmm.
and by
That's
extension,
your
my
purpose.
family. Yeah, that is your purpose.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh God, we just sound like the regular podcast.
Wait, he did what?
Sound like
Yeah.
Listen, we're blackmail bashing.
oh, are we?
Yeah,
Aw.
Who said that?
you know who said that.
Are we? Or are they embarrassing themselves? And we're just pointing out what they're saying.
I don't know why you engaged with that. So my frequency right now is high when I have good people around me, and I better got time.
No, I didn't have a emotions.
That's rough. All right.
You got to bring it together under one team.
Right. Whew. Big Eliantes getting dropped right now, bro. But like before we get out of here, I want to use this platform. I want you to use this platform to obviously highlight what you got going on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanna know what
Obviously
you
a
got
CEO
going.
in many different formats. Talk to me about
Wait,
it.
wow.
Man, you know what I try to do is,
In many different formats. It looks like he have a job. Let me look this man up. No, he said Islam. Let me not look him up.
What?
Yeah,
What is his job?
I guess he's gonna say.
He
So,
has his
so-
own platform and he talks with like
uh-huh.
I saw him with Queen Afua.
Mm-hmm.
He interviewed Lauren London.
Wait, Queen of Four.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
She
The name of
she's an older beautiful older lady, but she talks about
that.
like to women about coming into womanhood and like stuff you need to know spiritually and things like that.
Yeah.
Is she like a hotel person?
Yeah, but
The
her
name-
stuff is more woman focused.
Yes.
Though. It's not
Yes.
about your relation to a man.
Sorry,
It's
the
not
sound.
about your relation to a man. It's about like you being in your womanhood, growing into it and caring for yourself and good health and mental, spiritual, emotional health. So you might like her. She's
I want to use this platform. I want you to use this platform to obviously highlight what you got going on.
Yes, sir.
Obviously a CEO in many different formats. Talk to me about it.
Man, you know what I try to do is, I try to educate, and stimulate our culture in the highest manner. So I consider myself to be a thought leader of the culture. You understand me? And with every business that I have, like,
What's his qualification?
I hate when no one is going to ask, no one cares because it's a man. His qualification is black man.
keys.
But when someone said I want to educate and stimulate, it's just a talking point they heard. Like right after educate, you say stimulate. It's like a hotepi talking point. Like I've heard it. Every single hotep person that I've ever listened to said it.
Is that why he's got that on his hat?
I mean, his name alone give it away.
I think is he in the NOI? Yeah.
What's that?
And Nation of Islam.
Oh God, I don't want them problems. He's doing great. You go 1913 Keith. Like you go. I'm with you.
specifically right now, we focus on this block world order, which the block, and it has a double entendre to it. You understand me? Because the way that this new world order is rolling out, they say that you will own nothing and be happy, right? And what we want to teach people is about ownership and about skill development, so you can increase your value, right? So that goes into number one, financial literacy, right? Financial literacy leads us to economic freedom, right, and financial liberation. But one of the issues that we have throughout the world is our literacy rates are very low. We don't understand trust, right? We don't understand insurance, right? We don't understand business development. We don't understand marketing. We don't understand sales, right? We don't understand how to, properly hire. We don't understand how to have a CTO in the business. We don't understand cryptocurrency, decentralized finance. We don't have Web3 education. We don't understand AI, and AI right now is going disrespectfully fast. And it's an industry that nobody's paying attention to. You know that they got a software out there now where you can just type it in and it will create pictures based on what you say, right? So there's new fields called prompt engineering, being able to describe scenes and allow the AI to build it for you. These children are not taught about that in school right now. So by the time they get to an adult age, they're going to be lost. There's going to be somebody else that they have to figure out how to work for, but these people are not going to need them because their skill sets are not going to be valuable enough to do anything inside their job.
Thank you all for coming. Have a good night.
Like, does he think there'll never be a need for an artist or like, I don't know. Like, why aren't they being taught this? Because they're drawing pictures. You know what I mean?
We need to force children not to learn about it.
Yes.
It is. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with him. He's just not saying anything meaningful. It's just like, just a blowy. Like, I don't care. Final thoughts.
I have none. Just like their talking points.
Now let's get into this after show then.
Yeah.
All right, we are here. How is everyone feeling?
Very
Did-
nice.
Also, but not very nice.
Oh, you mean about what we were watching?
Yeah.
Oh, in general.
I mean, I guess we can just skip that.
Because I don't feel nothing about that.
Thank you all for being here.
Oh,
I enjoyed this so much.
Thank you for showing us such a lovely time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'll be better next time. I will have your plate ready.
Right.
There won't be a next time. You get one time to disrespect me.
Oh,
Yeah, one time to
you
disrespect
have
me.
one woman fixing your plate, one woman rubbing your feet, one woman rubbing your shoulders.
Great show, Themis. Oh, thank you. Oh, 31 months. Thank you so much.
Yay, thank
Um,
you.
Somebody said, not y'all trying to eat cute like y'all on a date.
I think we're gonna make this private. Yeah, we said we were gonna do this.
Members only.
Um,
Leave it for 24 hours though.
all right, so you guys get to watch it for 24 hours.
Tell your friends.
Share, like,
Mhm.
comment, please.
Yep, do not geolocate. I don't know why I put that thought out there in the world. Like I literally just created something, I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you all so very much. This was fun. This weekend was fun. I enjoyed it. Every time we get to meet up, it's fun. So thank you.
Promote your channels.
Oh yeah. Oh, talk about your thing.
I'll go. I'm on TikTok, Wake Up Makeup Slay. Just quick 2-minute videos of makeup.
All of this.
Yeah.
All of this.
Yeah.
Over 40 content. 40 plus content.
I like that. I'm Alicia, and
Shireenie's the artist.
Alicia Renese, the artist. You can just find me on YouTube.
And Pandora. She has an amazing channel on Pandora.
Thank you. Oh yes, and Spotify. I'm on Spotify. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
Oh.
I was cheering you
Yeah.
on.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't like. I'm getting used. Let me say this. I'm getting better at self promoting. So yeah, so that's where you can find me. And I'll be on Instagram, but it's just I just repost like cute things and funny things. So.
All right, it's your turn, Jamal. Shabuya.
Jamal, my channel is The Beneficial Blurred. I feel bad because I haven't posted in a while. I'm working on that, trying to come out with more content, but you can go over there and watch some of the stuff that I've made. So I appreciate it.
And I am Level Up Single Mom. And that is the name of my channel. And that's where I do my meaningful content. And
What do you do here?
I look back. I'm over here to talk mess.
I love that wake up. Oh, go ahead.
That was it.
Oh, I love that wake up and really linked up in real life. Oh, that's not the first
It's
time.
not the first time.
We did this last year.
Yeah.
Wait, this is pretty much. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. This, yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you all so much. I'm so excited.
Thank you all.
Bye. We might call the Discord for 5 minutes, no more.
Yay!
Bye.
Do them.